We are fucking live. Let's get this bitch.
What up? What up?
All right, welcome back to another fucking week with your fucking favorite nerds. You know, I just had to flex the shirt real quick. Look at that shit. Naruto eating some fucking ramen. All I gotta say is look at that shit.
Oh yeah, well look at my shirt.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that, bro. Look at that. Ooh,
Jared
hold on.
Goff.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Come on, don't make me get my lightsaber.
All right, bro. We don't want to get the video demonetized. We don't want this shit demonetized.
Yeah.
All right, how you guys been, bro? How you guys been this past week? What do you guys do?
Honestly, I have done nothing but fucking work. Anyway, besides the point, we have
100%.
got a fucking shit ton of news. So everyone already fucking know.
You're kind of loud.
All right.
Everyone, bring it back a little bit.
All right. Everyone already knows that we
Up
got
now, a little bit up.
We got Comic-Con in a couple days. Now, with that said, we got some fucking leaks here. We got a lot of fucking leaks. Let me just pull up this shit real quick. Someone on Reddit leaked all of fucking what they're going to present at Comic-Con.
Hold on. Now, mind you, there's a bunch of different leaks. There's a bunch of different people on Reddit have leaked the supposed lineup or what Marvel's had announced at Comic-Con. Now, a lot of these leaks could be true and a lot of these could be fake. I can bet $1,000 some of these are probably real. I could also probably bet $1,000 some of these are probably fake.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But the one we have here, in my opinion, is probably the most accurate.
Yeah. Okay. So let me go ahead and share this shit real quick. Let's see.
Hey Nick, can you do me a favor and send the list? The topics. The Weeb Corner chat.
Oh yeah. Give me a second. Okay. So here's what we got. So first they want to say basically I don't. Okay. So none of this is confirmed. None of this is for sure.
Take everything we say with a grain of salt, honestly.
This is all like, yeah. Okay, so basically, the first thing they really get into is that they're coming back with Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds will be there to announce the next Deadpool. And we have the director Sean Levy.
Which we already knew that Deadpool was coming back. I mean, to be fair, I think if Marvel didn't bring Ryan Reynolds Deadpool back, I honestly think a lot of people would riot because his Deadpool was pretty good. And at one point, the first Deadpool was the highest grossing rated R movie of all time, which is kind of crazy. So that's cool. Definitely. And we also already have confirmation he is in the MCU. I don't know if this commercial is canon or not, but there was a commercial. It was probably a year ago now with Deadpool and Korg. They were just in a commercial together at the same time. So I've already basically confirmed that Deadpool is canon to the MCU now.
Yeah, do you know the Disney cruise?
Yeah, I've seen the Disney cruise, but there's no is there anything to do with Deadpool there?
Yeah, so there was a leak the other day basically like showing all the Avengers that are on the list, and they had Deadpool on there actually, and it said active but do not contact. Pretty much.
Shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What do you guys think? I mean, I honestly think with Deadpool 3, after Deadpool 2, I feel like what's going to happen is going to be brought into the MCU, and it's going to be a fish out of water type of movie. So basically, he's going to come into the MCU and be like, whoa, there's all these superheroes. And then he's going to be like, this is a crazy universe. I mean, what do you guys think is going to happen in Deadpool 3?
Okay, so in the last Deadpool, they kind of introduced the X-Men, and what I really want to see is the X-Men introduced into the MCU. I mean, we've gotten some X-Men movies, but we haven't, they really never really made a connection between the X-Men and the MCU. That's always been they're standalone type shit, you know what I mean? Plus they were made all those X-Men movies were made way before the fucking, way before the MCU even started. So they really have no correlation.
If anything,
go ahead.
Oh, if anything, they'll probably bring back the X-Men cast, the ones from Days of Future Past, and them.
So you guys think we're gonna see like older X-Men characters in Deadpool 3?
Well, I mean, put it this way: we already saw Professor X in Madness, Marvels of Madness.
Multiverse.
See,
Yeah,
that's
Multiverse of
true. That's true, but I don't know how they're gonna bring Deadpool into the Marvel universe. Like what? Like how did that happen? Like we all know that in Spider-Man: No Way Home, we got the Raimi villains, and we also got the Amazing Spider-Man villains in there. But they went back. So how do you guys think Marvel explains Deadpool gets from the Fox universe to the MCU universe?
Well, okay. So I want to say they touched on this in another movie. I don't really know the specifics, but I want to say they touched on at least the X-Men or some type of mutants in another movie. I know. So they made sure that we knew that Miss Marvel was a mutant. So obviously we know the X-Men exist or mutants exist in the MCU already. They just don't have like, a solid thing. I think if anything, I think it would have to do with the X-Men and Professor X kind of, because I think the only person that really has power to kind of, switch universes is Professor X. So I think it has something to do with Professor X doing some type of like certain like goofy power, whatever the fuck he does to like, transform to another.
I don't think he can switch universes. I think he has the intellect to create a universal time machine, like a universal machine. But I don't know if I don't know if his power is going to allow him to go to. I mean, America. They literally said in Doctor Strange, America Chavez is the only person in all of the universes ever to have the ability to transfer universes like that.
Actually, you're right. That could be another thing. America could come out of nowhere and just fucking, help my boy Deadpool, and then he just fucking transports the MCU.
Yeah.
I personally hope we see, because I feel like what's going to happen is they're going to start the movie in the Fox universe, and then I think probably something's going to happen. I mean, maybe they make some sort of like machine, or maybe they have. I mean, with the timelines being split with Loki now, anything could possibly happen. So what if like Deadpool just stumbles upon a portal and it's Deadpool, so he's like, oh, I wonder what the fuck this is, and he just walks in it, and but I don't know how they're going to do it. I really hope it's a fish out of water. But when it comes to like X-Men and Deadpool 3, I kind of feel like Marvel's going to save their version of the X-Men for their own thing. I kind of feel like Marvel wants to set up the X-Men as their new Avengers.
That'd be pretty sick, because I mean, as we know, like the original cast is gone. Like now we're getting the new Avengers, all the old ones are getting replaced. But if anything, I feel like they're gonna have to like tie into something with Kang the Conqueror, because I know in the comics that X-Men and Kang the Conqueror, they beefed it a little bit, but that would possibly be the ultimate thing that brings them together, because I can't personally think of anything else.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kang is already out there. Like we saw within a few seconds of Kang winning. Kang's out there, bro. If time is like expansive everywhere, bro. Like, and he's out there in every single universe. There's a version of Kang. So yeah, I mean, he could already have been fucked with the X-Men universe already.
Yeah,
so there's just briefly go into Kane's backstory and how he like kind of goes about time travel and multi-dimensional like travel. Because I don't really know too much about Kane, and just for the viewers,
so I mean, so in the MCU, I don't really remember. So basically, in the MCU, there's like a bunch. There was like a Kang war, right? So time travel or like the multiverse did exist at one point in the MCU timeline, and it was created by Kang. And so basically, from what I understand, is I think they're only like one Kang only wanted to. So basically, one of the Kangs only wanted to be the one. And so I think that Kang went around to all the other universes and tried to kill all the other Kangs. And I believe that's the one. I'm not too sure. Honestly, I don't remember. I've only seen that Loki episode once, but I'm sure Bart can explain the comic book version a lot better.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of different versions of him. The only thing I could think of is there's a Pharaoh version of King that's out there in the MCU, and they kind of teased him a little bit in Moon Knight. I'm trying to think of Apocalypse. I think. Did you guys see that movie?
one?
I have not. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen any of the X-Men movies.
Okay. If anything, they
Besides
could tie
Deadpool.
something. Yeah, they could tie something in there because Apocalypse, he was a villain and he thrived in like the Egyptian times and everything like that. And maybe they could make a correlation with Kang because he was also a version of himself was a Egyptian. So I mean, yeah, it's just up in the air right now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I mean, we already know. Obviously, we'll get to Ant-Man, but it's already been confirmed that Kang is going to be the main villain of Ant-Man. But regardless, if that version of Kang dies, there's billions upon trillions of other Kangs out there in the multiverse. So
Yeah, we seen at the end of Loki basically the good version of Kang
it's dead.
was he's dead now. So a bunch of versions of him are gonna come cause like chaos across the multiverse. So we'll see where they go with that.
Mhm. All right, so the next thing they got coming up on Comic Con, they got Black Panther. So we're getting Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
That's the next one. That's like the next movie, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
the
that's
next movie
literally the
that's
next
coming out.
movie in the MCC and the MCU. So obviously we know that Chadwick Boseman's not going to be in there. R.I.P. his soul. But they also stated that they're not bringing him back in any type of form. They're not putting CG. They're not doing any stunt doubles. They're he's completely off screen.
Yeah.
So it really makes me wonder what they're gonna do for this movie. Obviously they have a couple actors right here. They got Ryan Coogler. They got Diane. They got Tenok. They got Dominique, and they're all going to be in attendance for what they're doing in Black Panther. And they also said that they're going to release the first trailer for Black Panther because we only got a couple months for it to release.
Yeah, 100%. Now there is a few things that have already been confirmed for Black Panther 2. So we already know, in my opinion, we can already assume that Shuri's going to become the new Black Panther, which is his sister. That's his sister. And then we also have leaks of Namor. Namor's, I think, is going to be the main villain. And I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed that he's going to be classified as another mutant. Now, whether or not Namor, because Namor in the comics, there's a version of Namor, which Namor is basically Aquaman of the MCU. He is actually one of the members of the Illuminati. Now, whether or not this version in the MCU is a good guy or a bad guy, I'm not too sure, because in some runs in the comics, he's also been kind of an anti-hero as well. But I'm pretty sure I've heard that he could be, or he's going to be classified as a mutant. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see that. But this movie is going to be kind of iffy for me, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I would imagine they put like some type of memorial for him, like in the credits or some shit for Chadwick.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. What you were like to kind of spin off that, Mario, is I know for a fact Namor, they said he's gonna be the villain, but he's not really like that much of a villain in the comics. I feel like there's gonna be a bigger bad, and Wakanda and Namor have to team up or something like that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's like so many countries and so many factions of people that want to get into Wakanda and take their technology, because we already know Wakanda has, is it vibranium? They have like a meteorite, like a giant meteorite. Like their whole entire country is built off of that. So, and they have like some of the best tech on the entire planet. So, we already know that a lot of people want that kind of technology. And yeah, I don't really know why Namor would even want to beef with Wakanda. So,
Yeah, exactly. And the Aztec, like, did you see of course you've seen the leaks already. I like how they're going like
I've
the
seen his
little
character
Aztec.
design, yeah.
The Aztec, like, Namor type thing. It works. It looks good, honestly.
Nick, you were about to say something?
What about what's his name, bro? The villain from the first Black Panther.
That white guy with the beard?
No. The other guy, the guy with the scales on his fucking shit. What's his name? I forgot.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he died in the first one.
Killmonger's dead.
Yeah, Killmonger's dead, but I'm gonna be honest. If they kind of retcon that and brought him back, I would not mind if he became if the entire movie was a character arc of him becoming good, and then he became the Black Panther.
That'd be dope.
That's what I was thinking too, because they had a what if on that too. If fucking Iron Man worked with fucking what's his name?
Killmonger.
Killmonger, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think he was one of the better villains in the MCU movies. And it's gonna be. I don't think Marvel's gonna retcon him. I think he's just dead, and I think they're gonna give Shuri the title of the Black Panther. But Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This movie's a little iffy just because it's sadly Chadwick's just not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. RIP is so, bro. He's literally the only fucking Black Panther in my soul, bro.
Oh,
He's the only
he is
Black
Panther, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next one, we got Secret Invasion. I want to say this was a show, right? I don't think it was a movie. I'm pretty sure it was a show. So basically, they said that no one's going to be in attendance for the show, but they're going to release like some of the footage and some of the main cast as well. So that'd be nice to see. Honestly, I have no clue what it's going to be about. Maybe it's an introduction to Secret Wars.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I also thought that as well when I first saw it, but I've done a little digging, and so basically, Secret Invasion is the main character is gonna be Nick Fury. And if you guys remember, I believe in Far From Home, the last time we saw Nick Fury was in Far From Home, which is a few years ago now, and he's actually up in space. He leads Sword and he leads Shield, and he's like working with the Skrulls, which is like that alien, like the green alien race. And so basically, that's what that shows it'll lead into. That shows it'll basically show more of the Skrulls, and there's also a faction of the Skrulls that are evil. So I'm pretty sure like there's a good side of the Skrulls and there's the bad side. And Secret Invasion is basically just gonna, I guess it's just gonna be the evil Skrulls like invading. I guess I don't really know.
The only other person that's confirmed to be in a Secret Invasion is Emily Clark. If you guys know who that actor is,
I've heard that name.
That sounds familiar.
So Emily Clark, she was
who'd you play in different movies?
Her? Oh, she's a baddie, bro. Yeah,
she was in Terminator.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she's in
Game of Thrones. The Han Solo film. Yeah, she's great. I like her.
Yeah. She's the only other person that's been confirmed at Secret Invasion.
I don't know what they would do with her, but
yeah, we
don't really have a lot of information on this show, other than we loosely know that it's about the Skrulls.
Ooh.
But honestly, I'm excited for that because I think, regardless, I think they might hint at Secret Wars for this. In some way or form, I think they might hint at it.
I also think one more thing with Secret Invasion. So this is the next time we're gonna see Nick Fury. I'm gonna be honest, we haven't seen Nick Fury in a while. I think they're gonna I wouldn't say they're gonna kill him off in a TV show, but I wouldn't doubt that they kill Nick Fury off pretty soon, or at least he just doesn't show up anymore because I just feel like Marvel's not utilizing Nick Fury, and now that we have the Avengers is basically done. There's no Avengers anymore, bro. They're gone. And so Nick Fury, I guess he has to find new Avengers, but I don't know. I feel like they're going to kill him off pretty soon.
Well, because wasn't he like the head of basically the Avengers itself, or what?
Well, he was the head of of Shield, and the Avengers was like a section of Shield. So yeah, basically he did head the operation. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense then.
Personal favorite, Blade.
Yeah, and then we got Blade. I haven't really seen any of the old Blade shit, but from what I've heard, they're fucking very fucking good. They're really good.
The first one's really good. Trinity, I wouldn't watch that one. That one's pretty ass.
Nah, it's all right.
Anyway, they're saying that a couple of the cast are gonna be here. And then they also said that possibly we're getting Anthony Starr to play Dracula. And if you guys don't know who Anthony Starr is, that is Homelander from The Boys. And I don't know about you guys, but I really fuck with his acting, bro. His acting is fucking spot on.
100%. 100%. We already know he can play a good villain. So, I mean, I wouldn't doubt Marvel seeing The Boys and he's like, okay, this guy can play a really intimidating villain. Let's cast him to be a villain. Now, whether or not they waste his character like they did with Christian Bale, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah. And they already had Blade in the MCU. So the ending of the Eternals, we see I forgot his name. He picks up the Ebony Blade, and Blade is talking to him like, "Oh, are you ready for that?" And so the Ebony Blade in the comics pretty much is wielded by Black Knight. Black Knight works along Blade, and they slay vampires. So that's a possible setup for this movie. That's what I was thinking.
See, now my question is, yeah, obviously I'm very excited for Blade. I think Blade is one of the more badass characters, and like Blade is like a more serious character, so I wouldn't doubt they go. I don't think it's Marvel, so I don't think they're gonna go rated R, but a more bloody PG-13. And
Keep fucking what's his name, fucking Wakatiti, whatever the fuck his name is. Keep him out of this fucking movie, bro.
Yeah, I would don't get. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we already know Taika's not directing this one, but they do have to explain how vampires are in the MCU now. So with all these new shows, yeah, they have to basically explain all this stuff. So I don't know how they're gonna explain that vampires are in the MCU now. So
yeah.
Well, all I know is that it's Morbin time.
I mean, yeah, what if Morbius was in this shit? That'd be kind of crazy.
That would. I'd honestly laugh because you guys seen how many fucking memes that's been with the Morbius movie.
Bro, if they actually make a joke about that in the movie, that scene would probably be the best scene in the entire movie.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yes.
All right, so next then we got the Marvels, and this is supposed to come out sometime next year. I think it's like summer next year, fall next year, something like that. But we got Brie in there, so we know Captain Marvel is going to be in it, obviously. We know Ms. Marvel is going to be in there because we got Iman. And we got a couple more people and they're going to be in there. It says basically Medusa's going to be in here. We're going to have some post-credits of the movie setting up Universal Inhumans as a big cosmic story going forward. So I don't know. I have no really. I didn't watch Captain Marvel. I just knew it was dog shit. I didn't really give it a bother. But maybe I'll tap into the movie and kind of see what's going on. Just before I watch Miss Marvel, just so like I'm not like really confused and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think the reason people don't really like Miss Marvel right now is just because Brie it's not Brie Larson herself. I think it's like the way she's written, bro. Like she's just written like she doesn't have any emotion, so it's hard to get to attach to a character that just shows no emotion, bro. And like, you're all powerful, but like, at least even with Thor, he's a fucking goofball. Like, at least show some sort of emotion, do something.
Yeah, exactly,
bro. Okay, so what did it for me, bro? What did it for me is that so I didn't bother watching her movie. I knew it was kind of trash, but I did watch Infinity War and I did watch Endgame. And the shit she did in Endgame, bro, she's supposed to be this all-powerful fucking god of a superhero, if you will. And she like doesn't do anything to help fight against fucking Thanos. She's like, oh, I got other people to fight. Go fight Thanos yourself. That's basically what she did. And I'm like, bro, if it's really that bad, you would fucking stay there to help fight Thanos. She could probably solo Thanos, maybe.
Maybe. I think Scarlet Witch is honestly stronger in my opinion.
Yeah. The last that we see of her is basically in the Miss Marvel film. She gets swap places with Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel. They switch places, basically setting up for the Marvels movie. Some people speculate that the Bengalit that Miss Marvel has, she finds it, and that's the reason why they swap.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. You know what that makes me think? What? Okay. So what? So since Miss Marvel is classified as a mutant, does that mean that Captain Marvel is a mutant as well? Because they switch places.
No. So Captain Marvel, I don't know why she specifically. Maybe you can like switch places with the person you imagine, but Captain Marvel, she got her powers from the Infinity Stone. I'm pretty sure that she has nothing to do with like mutants.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, I'm decently excited for this movie. I mean, we'll have to see when it comes out. We'll see the trailers as they come out. But as of right now, it's kind of just in the back of my mind. I really don't care. Yeah. But the next one, I'm pretty fucking excited for, bro. Hella excited for. Finally, my boy Hulk is getting some love. We're coming in with World War Hulk. It was supposed to be originally a movie, which, I mean, I'd rather it be a movie, but they're turning this into a TV series on Disney Plus exclusively. And basically they said this could be possibly the big Avengers event before Secret Wars. So this could introduce a lot of new characters. And hopefully they really just give my boy. I mean, with that title, World War Hulk, I really just hope they do justice for my boy Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the one I would leak. I would probably take with a grain of salt the most, because we already know how Marvel is treating Hulk. He's already been done dirty. And if you're gonna do, first off, if this is real, you're gonna give him a show and not a movie, which is already a red flag in and of itself. Okay.
100%.
Second off, you're gonna give us a show about World War Hulk. We have zero buildup for Bruce Banner going crazy. Right now, he's just an old man with a broken arm, bro. Like, that's it. And he's trying to help out this attorney and She-Hulk. Like, they have zero buildup. If this is the next big bad, like the next Avengers kind of like level movie, they have zero setup for it, bro. Like, and if this is true and it's a show on top of that, I'm sorry, it's already triple red flags for me.
Yes, especially too, because I mean, it's all about She-Hulk in the fucking upcoming like series that they're having. If they don't set up for it in any time, like during the film, it's just not gonna make any fucking sense.
Well,
it makes zero sense with this character right now too.
Yes.
Well, because Bruce Banner was already in She-Hulk in the trailers, right? I'm pretty sure I saw Bruce in the trailers.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's like one of the main characters.
Some type of form. Yeah, so I think Bruce is gonna be in there in some form. How much screen time they give him, I don't fucking know. I hope they give him a decent amount, at least enough to do him justice. But we'll know. Maybe it'll have to play into this. We don't know anything past the Fantastic Four, I think it is. So I mean, everything's really up in the air. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the least likely to happen. But if it does, if it's
Please,
done right,
Marvel.
if it's done right. Mm-hmm. And also like in the description of what you're reading, Nick, it says it's like the next Avengers like level movie, but it's a show. So like,
yes,
no, just no.
Why not make it a fucking movie, bro? Like if you want to give him justice from getting fucking pieced up by Thanos, having all this goofy ass scenes with the Hulk, give him a movie, a standalone movie.
Fucking hate the Hulk. Yeah, what he said, whatever he said.
R.I.P. headphone use.
But yeah, I think that, like I said, that's probably the least likely we should be worried about, because I don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't see it in Bruce Banner's character, especially right now. He's basically, we saw him in what's it called? Shang-Chi. We literally saw him. The last time we saw him was in end credit scene in Shang-Chi, where he's actually trying to help. He's with Captain Marvel. It's him, and they basically recruit Shang-Chi to the Avengers, which is great. That's cool. But he's old. He's getting old, bro, and it doesn't align with his character if he wants to like go apeshit crazy. Unless Hulk takes over his body again, then that would make sense. But once again, he said like he merged with Hulk in Endgame. So this whole Hulk thing, I'm sorry, they already fucked him up too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Look, that's all I want. Okay, right now we have a spectrum. We have good and we have bad. Marvel is like right in the middle for me right now. What would push them to the very edge right here to the good side is them to do justice for my boy Hulk, bro. That's all I fucking want. Do justice for my boy Hulk.
Yeah.
Hey, all I gotta say, bro, so far they've been treating my boy Spider-Man like he's fine wine. So that's all that matters to me. And in my opinion, as long as Spider-Man's fine, I'm fine.
Yeah.
They've done Spider-Man a justice for sure. All right, so the next one we got Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which actually I am very excited about. I don't know about you guys, but I've always thought the Guardians of the Galaxy movies were always very fucking good, very fucking thought out, 100%. And very fucking goodly written. So they're saying that the majority of the cast is going to be there in attendance to show, and they're going to show some of the footage from the movie. Whether that be teasers, whether that be like full-on trailers, I don't know. But it's going to be nice to see what they have in store for us. Because I think from the last Thor movie, from Thor Love and Thunder, I think they're going to kind of play off of that in the story about it.
Yeah, because it left.
100%. I think. I know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think what's his name? That one guy from the end credit scene of number 2 is gonna probably come in. What's his name? The golden guy.
Oh, hold on.
Adam. Or what's his name?
Adam Warlock. Right? Yep, Adam Warlock.
I think he's gonna have a little part to play, but I also think this has been confirmed. This is the last Guardians movie. Now, whether they all die, I'm not too sure. In my opinion, I think Drax is gonna die. I've seen some leaks around where Drax is actually gonna get some good character development in this movie, and I think he might die. But I don't know. I think that James Gunn has done an amazing job for the first and the second one. I mean, he's the guy who did Suicide Squad. So this man knows what he's doing. In my opinion, he is a comedy director done right. Taika does too much. Yeah. I think James Gunn balances everything very well. So regardless, this movie is going to be really good.
And we already have the person who's going to play Adam Warlock. His name is Will Poulter, I think it is.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. He's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, but fucking Drax can't fucking die, bro. He has the most overpower ability in the MCU. The Batista bomb.
That's true.
He has the Batista bomb. He's too OP, bro. He's too OP.
He's just holding the bat. He's just waiting for his moment. If they did it in the movie, I'd fucking start dying laughing so hard.
If I see a Batista bomb in Guardians 3, bro, I'm gonna start fucking losing my shit.
We already so for that movie, Groot is gonna be finally fully grown again. I do love Baby Groot, but it's time that my boy is back. Okay, him and Rocket Raccoon are like the dynamic duo, bro. I love those two. And now when it comes to Peter Quill, I don't know what's gonna happen to him because Gamora is dead. So I don't really know what kind of character development he can really have at this point. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys are expecting from this film, but I think it's gonna be good regardless.
Yeah, Loki, I think Peter Quill might join like the new Avengers or something along those lines, or get joined into another group, because I think since this is the last Guardians movie, I think they're all going to split their own separate ways, and I think as Peter Quill, the leader of the group, I think he might join another group, whether that be the Avengers, whether that be like something else involved with Secret Wars, maybe, because that's clearly the direction they're going. I just think he might get introduced into another group.
Yeah. They kind of set up for a little something in Endgame. Do you guys remember when Gamora came to the current timeline? When they time traveled? Yeah. So I think he might be look for her in the movie.
That's true.
But she went back to her time. And so in his mind, the timeline isn't fucked up yet. And so in his mind, he can't go back and get her. Otherwise, in his mind, he'll fuck up the timeline because he doesn't know.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's why she also wasn't there in Thor: Love and Thunder, because she went back to her time.
Okay.
What if Peter Quill somehow goes to the TVA and fucking goes back in time that way? What if he gets a hold of the little wristwatch that he can fucking go back in time with, or the tablet, whatever the fuck it is?
That'd be cool.
I don't know. Just speculating here. Just speculating.
Yeah, no, 100%, because we know absolutely zero about this movie, other than that it's going to be the last Guardians movie, and other than that, Adam Warlock's going to show up. That's it. I mean, I don't really know too much about Adam Warlock, so I can't really say too much about this movie.
He's definitely OP. He's like
100%. He's getting Batista bombed. 100%.
That'd be so funny, bro. If they actually do that, it'd be so good. Because Batista's been pretty vocal on that. He is done with the MCU, bro. So. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that they're going to kill him off. So, they got to give my legend a good farewell. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Give Batista his signature move, bro. Batista bomb all the way.
That'd be so fun.
Okay, so I guess we're going to go into the next one. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So this one, it takes place... but it's like... It goes Black Panther, and then a couple months later we'll get Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second one. Basically what they're saying is that we're gonna see some teasers or some trailers. We got some of the actors there, and we have Jonathan Mayers. We'll send a video as Kang. So I guess we're gonna see Kang in there. I think he's gonna be the main villain of this movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's called Quantumania, so they're clearly going to go in the quantum realm. I would doubt there's going to be a little bit of time travel, and Kang is going to be the villain. So I don't know. Maybe we could see multiple versions of Kang because they're going to be doing a lot of time traveling. I'm not too sure, but I mean, Ant-Man versus Kang. I feel like Kang will absolutely just stomp Ant-Man, bro. Like, I mean, it's Ant-Man, bro. What is he going to do?
Yeah,
He can't
his
do
tech-
shit.
I know what he can do. He just fucking go in his ass and just fucking expand. Dude,
Hey, did you
give him the
guys see that
Thanos
clip?
treatment. Give him
Did
the
you guys see
Thanos
that?
treatment.
You guys see that clip where they actually responded to that? So on the Disney cruise, they had the video footage of Ant-Man and the Wasp. They were like talking about why Ant-Man didn't go inside Thanos' ass, and Ant-Man was about to explain it, but then the Wasp was like, "No, before we get into that, she just." It was really funny that they at least they mentioned it and they actually talked about it.
Yeah, I did see that.
But I don't know about you guys, but all of the Ant-Man movies I've seen, I've actually really enjoyed. I think they've actually done a very good job with the Ant-Man movies.
Yeah, they're funny.
I think the first one was pretty good, but I feel like Ant-Man and the Wasp was like, I'm sorry, the villain was kind of trash in that one. I wasn't a fan. But the first one, I thought the first one was solid. It was a really solid movie.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a great origin story, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. I also love what's his name? The Mexican guy, the Mexican character that like explains the entire story. I like that guy. Why? If he doesn't come back, I'm upset.
Oh yeah.
I don't fucking know his name, but I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited for this one because I think this one's gonna really got to introduce Secret Wars.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Kang's in there, so we're gonna get something.
Yeah. And then the next one we got Wonder Man. I don't know. This one you have to really got to take with a grain of salt. I'm not too familiar on Wonder Man. It really just sounds like a ripoff of fucking Wonder Woman, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So recently, Marvel said that they might do something with Wonder Man. Now, I feel like it's a little bit too soon to announce anything to do with Wonder Man. First off, second off, nobody knows who Wonder Man is. I didn't even know about Wonder Man before this like controversy started. So I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what this is. Bart, you might know a little bit, but I have no clue who Wonder Man is at all.
Yeah. How do I explain Wonder Man? Wonder Man just like one of those characters is just there, but the main villain they said is gonna be. It's just rumored. It's nothing confirmed right now. It's gonna be MODOK. The dude with the big head, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Okay, what? Okay, so if this is true, they're going to use MODOK as the main villain for a Wonder Man movie? MODOK is like a threat.
Yeah.
Why is it in a Wonder Man movie?
It doesn't make any sense. That, like I said, it's all speculation right now, but if they have MODOK as the main villain, I mean, they're kind of wasting it a little bit because he is an Avengers level threat type of character.
Yeah, 100%.
No, definitely. Anyway, they're gonna have fucking Ryan Golding as Simon Williams. I don't know who the fuck that is.
But you said Ryan Gosling?
I mean Henry Golding. That's what I meant.
Okay, I thought you said Ryan. Okay, if it said Ryan Gosling, I would honestly count that leak out, bro, because I don't think Ryan Gosling's trying to get in the MCU.
Yeah. So we're gonna have basically, he's gonna be introduced as a side character in the MCU or some shit along those lines. Honestly, I have no fucking clue about Wonder Man. They really got to set up a fucking really good origin story for me to get interested in Wonder Man. Other than that, I can really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, in my opinion, I feel like Marvel's like they're trying to put too many new characters down our throats right now when we already have characters that they need to take care of. Like Miss Marvel. I haven't seen it, so I can't really say anything. But from what I've heard, it was a pretty lackluster origin story. Okay, and then we have all these like She-Hulk, another origin story. We had Shang-Chi, which was a pretty good origin story. I actually
that was
liked
the best one. That was the best one so far.
100%. But they're trying to shove all these new characters down our throats when there's just too many, and especially like Wonder Man, a character nobody knows. Like, I'm sorry, take care of the ones that you have. Okay, and then slowly introduce new ones. Don't just shove new movies and TV shows down our throats with horrible CGI and horrible writing, bro. Take your time, please.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of people right now that's like disappointed in the MCU because they're going like nowhere with the ending of their stories. Like none of it is connecting how it did in the other phases.
It's all just an advertisement for the next movie. Like every movie is just an advertisement. Whereas in Iron Man 1, that was a solid origin story. Captain America, solid origin. Thor, solid. And then we had a culmination in the Avengers. Okay. Now, like, just give us some solid stories, bro. That's all I ask for, please.
Yeah, obviously they're going the cosmic route, like with this new phase, because that's the only thing that would make any sense.
Do you guys think the reason that nobody, like the MCU, obviously there's poor writing all over the place, but you guys also think that the MCU doesn't feel as it did in phase 1 through 3 is because it doesn't feel as grounded because we're going to space, we're going into time, we're going to different universes. Do you think it just doesn't feel grounded anymore?
No, okay, so here's my kind of thoughts on that. I saw this video or this TikTok the other day saying the reason why the MCU feels like it is right now is because back then in when they first started with Iron Man and they kept going forward with that, we didn't know it was going to lead up to Endgame. They were basically just starting off with some origin stories, basically trying to get some characters introduced. Now they progressed it and they basically worked through all those different movies to lead up to the point of Endgame. Endgame was literally the end game. So now what they're doing with Phase 4, we finished Endgame and that was the entire arc, the Endgame arc. So now we're going into everyone's speculating the Secret Wars arc. So what they're doing now is they're trying to quote unquote get everything ready and world build for this this stuff, so it's a big payoff. Because if we got Secret Wars within 5 to 6 movies, it would be like, bro, like that was really that much of build up at all. Like you didn't really explain a lot of shit. But I think what they're trying to do is they're really trying to put out content to kind of explain characters that are going to be in Secret Wars, that are going to be part of the actual storyline and kind of progress it. And that's the thing. So we're going to get a very slow beginning. And that's what it is right now. We're getting a very slow beginning. And as we get towards the middle and as we get towards the end, it's going to be a very steep incline on the peak.
Now, I 100% agree with that, 100%, because, yeah, like in phase 1, we didn't know it led to Endgame and Thanos at that. But what I will say is it doesn't defeat the fact that there is clearly poor writing throughout a lot of these shows and movies, like, yes. And poor CG as well. I mean, Black Widow, I think it would have been a good movie if it came out after Civil War and if the CG was a little touched up. I think it would have been a pretty good film. Shang-Chi, obviously amazing. Spider-Man, obviously amazing. Eternals, I don't know how I feel about Eternals. Honestly, I've only ever seen it once.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like, it was just like, you know, I saw a post.
I think the only thing it was really lacking is the connection to the MCU. It was kind of like more of a standalone movie in my opinion.
The only way it connected to the MCU is that mention of Thanos' name in the beginning of the movie. That's it. Other than that, it's like where's all these and like now after the Eternals, right? We have this giant like Eternal coming out through the earth. And we've had how many MCU projects since then, and we haven't heard any mention of that, of a fucking giant coming through the earth. There's no mention. I just don't understand that.
Some people are saying it's like a different universe. Like we're not in the 616. It's entirely on its own, which would kind of make sense, but at the same time, it wouldn't. It doesn't like. You would think the Avengers would see that big ass Eternal sticking out of Earth and be like, "Oh, what should we do?" But there's been no mention of it or anything.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're in the 616 universe either, because the 616 universe is the comic book universe, and that would like overlap. I mean, yeah, you could say, well, there's movie universes and there's the comic universes. Well, I think it's all the same. Like, I mean, in my mind, the MCU has opened the door for anything, bro. Like there in another universe, the Fast and the Furious is out there, bro, and somewhere in another universe, Batman is out there. So like anything is possible. So I don't think the Marvel Cinematic Universe is in the 616. I think it's like 1999999, something like that.
Oh no, they confirmed it that this universe is 616 and Multiverse of Madness. But
I don't believe that's true though.
Oh yeah.
Quick question for y'all: do you guys think there's a universe out there where all the Avengers are furries?
Yeah, 100%. There's a universe for everything. I mean, there's a universe. There's a universe when Spider-Man's a pig. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
But
hella funny.
one last thing on that Marvel note is I saw a post I think today, and it was like somebody said ever since Endgame. So basically, watching everything past Endgame is like beating a video game and just and completing side quests after beating the game. Like, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but I'm basically forcing myself to watch some of these Marvel stuff, some of the Marvel shows and movies, just to understand what's going to happen. Even though I don't look forward to any of these. Like, I have to watch these in order to understand, which I'm not a fan of.
Okay, I 100% agree with that one as well. I 100% agree with that one. Anyway, moving on to the next one and the final one. I think this might be the most hype project that they will introduce is Daredevil. And the reason why I say that is because obviously we saw Daredevil and Spider-Man. And we know, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know about you, Mario, but when me and Bart went to go see Spider-Man, literally everyone in the theater was clapping for when Daredevil came out and fucking was on screen. So that only,
So
I mean,
really quickly, I'm gonna be on. When I went to go, now I saw that opening night too. So my crowd was going wild, obviously when Toby and Andrew came on, but only a few people actually clapped when Daredevil came on because nobody really knew.
Because it was a Netflix series show, nobody knew who Daredevil was. Like when he came on screen and his glasses, like only select few were like, "Oh shit, let's go!"
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, our theater was going, they were going pretty nuts. So they knew who Daredevil was and watched the Netflix series. But yeah, most of the people didn't.
now with that said, we're getting a Daredevil. It doesn't really mention if it's a show or a movie. I would imagine it's a movie because they already have a show. But basically, they're saying that Charlie Cox is going to be starring along with Ezra Gonzalez as Elektra. So we're getting some type of Daredevil content potentially, which would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. Now, hopefully, Marvel actually handles it well because I'm pretty sure the Netflix show, it was handled by Marvel, but not Marvel Studios, as in the Marvel studio that makes the movies. I'm pretty sure it was a separate department.
Yeah, same with like Iron Fist and Luke Cage too.
Yeah, it was a separate, and plus I'm almost positive Netflix had some sort of input as well.
Yeah, they did. They just barely, like a couple months ago, transferred over those like TV series to Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that Disney actually does Daredevil a little justice.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I heard Netflix is in the works with fucking some big shit. Apparently they're trying to do a lot of live act. Oh, shit, hold on. My dumbass. Apparently,
It's all good. Hey, really quickly though, one more thing about that whole Marvel thing. I'm almost positive, 100%. Now I know this wasn't on that leak we had, but I'm almost positive that Fantastic Four, the cast for the Fantastic Four, is going to be announced.
That'd be sick.
Comic-Con. Because yeah, I mean, we like that. I think that's going to be the final movie for Phase 4, and I think if they just announce the cast alone, and if it's some good picks, I think it's over. Like everybody's just going to go crazy.
Definitely, 100%. I want to say I saw some type of leak saying they're actually looking for cast members like anywhere from like 20 years old to 30 years old. So they might not have a full cast there. They might have like a partial cast there, but they definitely might be looking for some people.
See, now that makes me think, since they want them young, I'm assuming that they want the Fantastic Four for a long time. Now, obviously, they had Robert Downey Jr. back in 2008, and they used him all the way up until Endgame. So I'm assuming that's kind of what they want to do with the Fantastic Four, especially since the Fantastic Four arguably are far more important than Iron Man. The only reason Iron Man is as big as he is because of the MCU.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've heard Netflix been cooking up some bullshit, dude. They're basically in the works with a lot right now. They're trying to work on a lot of live action shit that I don't know if I agree with, but we're gonna have to wait and see if they do a good job. So basically, they're in the works with a One Piece live action movie. they're in the works with an Avatar live action movie.
It's a show, by the way. It's a One Piece show, by the way.
That's what I meant. A show, not a movie. So,
It's all good.
and I meant Avatar. Yeah, we got the Galat. Avatar, the Last Airbender, not the original Avatar that we're about to see in a couple months. So we're gonna get another live action of show of that, and then they're also in the works with another live action Death Note. Now they already did a live action Death Note before, and I watched it. I don't know about you. I don't know if you guys watched it. It was very fucking different from the anime and the manga.
It was horrible.
It was horrible. But I heard they're working on another one, so we're gonna have to see if this one is a lot more manga accurate or anime accurate. And we're just gonna have to wait and fucking see if that comes out.
Yeah. Maybe they'll learn their lesson.
Also, to add on to that list of adaptations we're getting, they're also just yesterday we got. I mean, we knew it was coming, but we also got like posters and reveals for a Yu Yu Hakusho live action adaptation.
I did see that.
I saw that.
Oh God, Netflix! Like, I'm gonna be. I've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, and it's actually really fucking good. I highly recommend everybody go see Yu Yu Hakusho, especially if you like OG Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. The older style animation, plus it's animated very well, and the storylines is very well, and the characters are great.
Ahead of its time for sure.
But see, the thing is, I personally don't like to judge a book off its cover. Now, everybody before Cowboy Bebop, the live action adaptation came out, everybody was hating that shit. Every single person was hating on it before it even came out. You didn't even get a chance to watch it, and people were hating on it. And I don't think that's right. I think you have to actually watch the full thing to judge whether it's bad or not. And I've watched the first episode of Cowboy Bebop, the live action version. It wasn't that bad. I don't know why people hate. I'm sure it is. I'm sure the episodes later on, because I've seen some clips, is pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
Yeah, I've seen some clips and it's pretty bad. But so far, I haven't seen a single live action adaptation from Netflix that has done the anime justice or has just made a good story.
No, they've done quite a few now, and none. I would think it's safe to say none of them are really either manga accurate or anime accurate.
They have a Bleach one. They have a Full Metal Alchemist one. They have Death Note. They have they have so many more. I don't even know, but I'm hoping that this One Piece one, because it is produced by Oda is on the ground helping with this. I'm hoping Oda can come through and be like, listen, Netflix, I don't know what you guys are doing, bro, but you got to clean your shit up. I'm going to help you guys out.
Oda's got to fucking slap some sense in those motherfuckers and let them know what's fucking good.
So I don't know if you have this written down there, Nick, but I do kind of want to talk about this One Piece live action adaptation. From what I've heard and from what we've seen, Netflix is clearly trying to start a massive IP. Like, they want to compete with Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter, Star Trek, Avatar. They want to compete because Netflix has been dying for the past few years. And the only thing that's keeping them afloat, in my opinion, is Stranger Things. And a few other shows like Arcane. They had some resurgence with Squid Game. But once the hype dies, it dies. Stranger Things, in my opinion, is Netflix's right now their biggest IP. So
yeah, definitely.
I've heard that with this One Piece project, they're dumping as much money into this project as they are with Stranger Things. And they're actually taking their time with this because they want this to be a massive IP. So I don't know. By the way, I'll be right back. You guys can talk after that.
Yeah.
Okay. So so I have a couple comments with that. With that said, so since they want their own projects, my only thing is why would they go to a project that's already established? It already has a fan base. That already has it already has an anime adaptation. Why don't they make their own story and make something off of that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they tried to. If you've seen it, they just released it like last week as a new Resident Evil series on Netflix,
I saw that.
Dog shit. I've watched like the first couple episodes and I was like, dude, what is this? Like, Netflix tries to recreate these really cool ideas that is out there already, but it's just not working. I mean, they have those like diamond in the brush type stuff. Like, they have Stranger Things, they have all these other shows, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's my solution to Netflix, bro. And if any of those Netflix viewers or anyone from works at Netflix or is heavily involved with Netflix watches this shit, please listen up because I have something to say. If you really want something done right, bro, Bart, me and you were touching on this earlier. Hire some fucking motherfuckers off the street, bro, that know a little bit about what you're fucking doing.
Yes, these directors of these films don't know dog shit about the actual content or what is going around in that specific topic. Okay, I do gotta say that it's only on Netflix. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is specifically on Netflix. They do a good job with that, but they have some outer source that helps with it. It's just not entirely Netflix on its own.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, okay, so here's what I have to say. So basically get a script written, have like a little director's cut of some shorts or whatever the fuck going on, and then show it to a small percentage show it to a small percentage of who you're trying to market it to. And ask him to have him sign. I will have him sign an NDA so they can't fucking be saying shit. And just ask him yo, do you like this? Do you fucking with this? What should we change to make this better? And I think if they did that, I think that would make their quality of movies and shows so much fucking better because they're actually getting real world opinions on their content that they're making. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to add on to that as well. So we all know for the past few years, Netflix has been just throwing shit at the wall. The way I look at it, Netflix has been throwing shit at the wall, bro. They produce so much. They've been trying to produce so much content within the last, I'd probably say 5 to 7 years. They're just throwing shit, bro. They're just throwing shit and just trying to see what sticks instead of taking their time, like you said, their time and going through to produce something that's actually quality, which every once in a while they do. Sometimes they do, which Stranger Things, they gave Squid Game a chance. Arcane, I know is a good show. I have not seen it. And then
Arcane's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I do want to get into that. I just at first when it first came out, I thought it was I thought you had to know League of Legends, but you don't. So I'm gonna have to give it a try. But basically, I don't think Netflix knows what the fuck they're doing because they still continue to not ditch their binge model, which in my opinion is a detrimental to their service. Because for example, Stranger Things. And I don't know if you watch Stranger Things, Nick, but Stranger Things season 5, they dumped the entire, or let's go for example, because they kind of split up Stranger Things season 5. So for Stranger Things season 4, they dumped the entire season in one day, and you can binge it. You can obviously watch it another day, but it was all there in one day. And so yeah, people are talking about it online for a week or 2 weeks, and it's gone. It's done. Okay. Whereas for example, Kenobi or The Boys or Invincible or one of these shows that just isn't just dropped all in one day. People will talk about it for weeks. So for example, The Boys, season 1 or season 3, episode 1, we were talking about it. We're oh shit, what's going to happen next? Next week comes. Oh shit, what's going to happen next? For the whole week, we speculate what's going to happen. We talk about what did happen. And I think that the binge model for Netflix isn't working out. And they refuse to ditch it. And I don't, and when people are asking to give us less content at a slower pace, you're probably in the wrong, bro, because we're asking for less content at a slower pace, which is who does this?
Yeah. Okay, so I have mixed feelings on this. So when I like to binge my content, yes.
100%.
They're okay, so with this, Netflix basically said they're going to stick with their binge model is basically what they said. They called it a binge model. They're gonna stick with this model for the long term, is what they said. And I think this has pros and it has cons. I think the pros are you're gonna give the viewers a lot more content right off the bat. But I think the cons kind of outweigh the pros because.
Agreed.
Because okay, so like you said, you obviously you get the content right off the bat, But after like a week or 2 weeks or however long it is, some people they're just gonna stop talking about it. There's no hype built around it. You're gonna get that first initial spike of hype, and then after everyone watches the fucking shit after a week later, they're gonna be like, yo, like this shit's already done. Like I've already fucking watched all this shit. Let's move on to the next. And then they're on to the next show. So you can't really build hype when you drop it in a binge format. If you did a weekly format like animes do, like The Boys do, like Marvel does, like Star Wars does, that's a lot better because it keeps the hype at an all-time high as long as you keep the content quality. That's the big difference. Keep the content quality and release it at a weekly rate. You'll keep your hype at its all-time peak.
And for example, they did this with Stranger Things. Now they claimed because Stranger Things season 4 was so long, these episodes were pretty massive. They were almost all of them were over an hour and a half. They claimed that the last 2 episodes weren't done yet, so they released 7 episodes on one day, and then the next month they waited to release the last 2 because they claimed they weren't done. Bro, this is Netflix. They were done. They were like, okay, we just need an excuse to not do the binge model. So they released 7 episodes. Go ahead, Bart.
You know why they did that? Is because of this. That is why Netflix did that.
Exactly. Hype brings in money, bro. And for example, another, like Nick, you said, quality over quantity. Rockstar is the king when it comes to quality over quantity. Rockstar releases a game every fucking blue moon, and every single time they seem to innovate the gaming industry like no one ever does, which is why everybody loves Rockstar. So please, and this is not only just for Netflix, because now that they are starting to focus more on quality over quantity, this also pertains for Marvel, Star Wars, and any other show. Quality over quantity.
Mm.
I can never say that enough.
And just to reiterate on that too, I think they would make a lot more money focused on quality over quantity at the same time too.
I agree. I think too much content is detrimental. Like for Marvel, I think the reason. I guess I can't even say that because every single Marvel movie is like a box office success. So I don't know. But for example, Star Wars was.
I have something to add to that. I would say they are a box office success, but they can only be compared to themselves. You know what I mean? If you compare Thor: Love and Thunder to Endgame, bro, Thor: Love and Thunder or Endgame shits on Thor: Love and Thunder
100%
in box office. So they've done it right, 100%. They've done it right in the past. They just need to repeat those steps as well to get the same product. You know what I mean?
I also think that the reason the MCU is like so successful in every single one, such a box office success, is because they're like riding off the steam tails of Endgame and Infinity War and the OG Avengers. And I think within these next few years, unless they set up something crazy, now we're starting to talk about Marvel again, but within these next few years, I think things might start going down, especially once they start to, like, for example, Wonder Boy. Who the fuck wants to see a Wonder Boy movie? Not me. I'm going to be honest with you, unless you prove to me that it's worth seeing.
I don't know. Anyway.
But really quickly, I do want to hear Bart's opinion on this One Piece TV show.
All
Dude,
I gotta say is he gets soloed by Naruto still.
Listen.
We'll get to that.
So they're trying their best. I see them. They're making these massive ships for the One Piece. Yes, for the Netflix series. But the thing is, you could do that. Everything, like, put in so much money into it, but someone's always going to find something to hate on it. If it's the acting or if it's the character choice, or you know what I'm saying, or not the character choice, like the person who's portraying the character. And for me, I just feel like all the characters that they picked just don't fit. Like the anime version. I don't feel like it fits. Like there's 2 of them that I'm like, okay, I could see that. If you think of Luffy, what do you think of Luffy when you do you think it's the guy that they picked for the show?
So really quickly, I do want to say I thought the crew. I thought the crew was a good casting. Everybody else, like, they cast like Big Mom, and I saw the other characters and I was like, no, okay, that's not them. But for the crew, like Sanji, Zoro maybe. Nami. I thought Nami was perfect. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Nami was perfect. Usopp. I'm gonna be honest. Usopp. I mean, it's pretty easy to cast Usopp. I think the casting was good because they were cast by Oda himself. So I mean, like if this is what Oda believes these characters would look like in real life, then this is it, bro. Like, Usopp is black, so they cast a black guy. Zoro uses, he's a swordsman, and he's a Japanese swordsman. He's Japanese. We got Sanji. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what he is.
Yeah,
and we got Nami, some American girl, you know.
Yeah, no, that I totally agree. Some of the cast for the crew is good, but some of them is iffy. I'm like kind of like,
which one? Okay, which one in particular? Is it Luffy?
Yes, it's Luffy.
What is it like? Is it like his body type of guy? Because I feel like his hair is on point. I feel like his attitude is also on point because he's like goofy and he has a lot of energy.
Yeah,
and so far,
exactly.
from all the behind the scenes, we've seen a lot. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I think the voice is off because we're not used to that. But I mean, so far from what I've seen, I think it's fine.
Yeah, for me, I think it's the voice. I'm from going from like a dub to a sub. It's just really different. I don't know how to explain it.
What was I gonna say? So do you because I think, in my opinion, I think what the story is, I think what they're gonna do a live action adaptation. So what they're gonna do is obviously they're gonna do it. One Piece is 1,000 episodes, but they're not gonna do 1,000 episodes in like one season. So what I think they're gonna do, if the show is a success, I think they're gonna continue it. But what I think, like, if they do like a season 1, I think it's gonna be just about like not Water 7, East Blue. I think it's gonna be the East Blue arc.
Yeah.
Luffy's gonna collect his main crew up until I'm gonna just Sanji, and then I guess maybe they're gonna like finish off with Nami and what the fuck is his name? What's his name, Bart? Nami's story. They're gonna finish season 1 off with Nami's storyline.
Okay, yeah, and then next they'd move on to Robin and all those different characters. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. That's what I want to see out of it. And they have what's the name of the boat? Not the first one,
Mary?
the Mary. Not the I was thinking of the Sunny. Yeah, they have the Mary, they have that big old giant boat. And so speculation, it's pretty much gonna be that, like, just the beginning arc.
Yeah, which actually I'm honestly fine with, because the beginning arc isn't like too long anyway. Like East Blue isn't too long. I mean, obviously they're gonna condense it because it's live action and it's only like one season. Hopefully, like, if every episode is like an hour instead of like, obviously One Piece is like 30 minutes, like, and minus that, because like the intro and then the outro, it's like 15 minutes, bro. So if they pulled like a Stranger Things with every episode being like 45 minutes to an hour, and there's like 15-ish, 20 episodes, and it's written well and the dialogue is good, and Oda's on this thing too, I'm gonna be honest, Bart, I think this is like the biggest potential they had with the anime live action adaptation.
Yeah, I trust it. I do. I really trust it. And
hold on. I just want to interject here. I think just having Oda on the team itself puts them at an advantage over
100%. You're so right.
Every other single anime adaptation they've ever had before.
Yeah, exactly.
100%, because for every single adaptation so far, I don't think they've had any kind of input from the creators, any kind of input from the animation studios, which, I mean, the animation studios don't really have any input anyway, but yeah, I think Netflix has just gotten the IP. They were like, oh, let's do something with this. So they did it.
This is the first time they actually, like, brought one of the creators on the set. Like, dude, we've all seen the adaptations with, like, Death Note, Cowboy Bebop. It just didn't work. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the first episode of Cowboy Bebop is all right. Like, it's not bad, but after that, it just goes downhill. I was like,
I saw, so I saw this one clip where it was, what the fuck is her name?
The little girl. The little girl.
No, Faye. It was Faye.
Oh,
it was like a clip. It was a clip of like her like shooting somebody in a ship, and she's like, "Here comes the," and I'm like, "What?
Yes.
The fuck did you say?" Like, the dialogue is horrible, bro.
Yeah, it's not good.
Going back to One Piece, didn't Oda he purposely took a few weeks of a break to have input on this show? Because he's been taking quite a few breaks lately.
He has, and there was like there was a little time gap as well, and I think he took about 2 weeks because there wasn't couple weeks ago he stopped writing the manga for One Piece. Like, what's going on right now?
It's been a while though. Like I'm pretty sure back in January, he took like 3 weeks off. Like he's been taking a lot of breaks lately, which honestly, bro, this man fucking deserves it. Like this man has been writing weekly upon weekly for 25 years.
He's got the grinder now, no cap.
Oh, 100%. This man's a goat.
Yeah.
So since Netflix is trying to make their own IP, what franchise do you think they have the best shot, or what franchise do you think you think they should adapt into the Netflix, cinema?
In my opinion, like now they obviously have all these IPs. Like they're really heavy into like trying to get an anime IP. Whether that be One Piece and Yu Yu Hakusho, but they've also been trying to get Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's to be any of those. If they want to have a massive IP that competes with these big giant IPs, they have to do something new. Just like Stranger Things, the reason Stranger Things is so successful is because it is new, but it takes elements from all these things that we love and to put it into one show, and that's why we love Stranger Things. So in my opinion, it has to be a totally new IP. That they just have to pour their hearts into and make a good story and have a good setting. It has to be just a good setting as well, because obviously we have Harry Potter with wizards, Star Wars, space, Marvel, superheroes. It has to be a good setting.
You got to think of something. Like all those people that write over there at Netflix and direct a bunch of stuff, there has to be something.
So I kind of have the same idea as you, Mario. I don't want to see them adapt anything into their Netflix studios. I want to see them come up with something original. And with that being said, I'd rather be it more sci-fi than anything, because I think the sci-fi community is really itching for something good, bro. I don't know about you guys, but I've been kind of like, thrown off the board with Marvel. DC's never really been solid. The only really good sci-fi content that we've really gotten in the most recent years is probably The Boys and Invincible, as of within the last couple of years. Besides Endgame and Infinity War, but I think they need to stick. I think they need to go in either a sci-fi route or some type of something like that. You know what I mean? Something like. Because obviously that's why Star Wars is big. That's why Harry Potter is big. Because it's like a sci-fi. It's something we would never see in the real world. Or hold on. I think something even better than that. I think a horror. What if they did a horror something like that? Something play out. What if like a Bird Box? Remember Bird Box? Bird Box was fucking huge when it came out.
It was good, yeah. I mean, I agree. I think it's just that for me, in my opinion, I don't think horror would ever reach the limits of like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, Marvel. Like horror, like there's Freddy, there's Jason, there's Michael Myers, and these are really big names, but these names do not compare to Star Wars or any of those other IPs. Yeah, but I agree. I think that they could get they do have some good horror movies. Me and Maddie, we watched these movies called the Fear Street movies. Those are, I thought they were okay Netflix horror movies. But okay, I do have one thing because I did remember this, you saying that Netflix needs to come up with a new IP and it should be sci-fi. So Zack Snyder, I don't know if Bart, you clearly know who Zack Snyder is. Zack Snyder's the guy who originally was going to make the Justice League. He's made the Man of Steel. He made the 300. He made the Watchmen. This man knows how to make a good film. Okay. So he's actually partnered up with Netflix right now, making a movie right now with Netflix called Rebel Moon. And it's basically Zack Snyder was supposed to actually work on a Star Wars movie, but I don't know if he was kicked out. I don't know if he left because of creative issues. I don't know if he left because he wanted to, but he's working on this movie called Rebel Moon for Netflix, and it's his version of what he would basically call Star Wars, but it's not Star Wars. It's his own IP that he's creating with Netflix. Now there's already some like set photos and stuff like that, but it's basically,
it looks good.
It's this man's version of Star Wars. So this could be what Netflix is kind of alluding to, but I trust in this guy. Zack Snyder's a go. Like, this guy doesn't miss.
Dude, there was a vote. So many people voted on it to basically like release the Snyder Cut for the Justice League movie. And when I originally watched the Justice League movie, I was like, dude, this is dog shit. And then when I seen the Snyder version of it, I was like, it's better. It's than the original, but yeah, I trust him and his directing style.
Yeah, I highly recommend you guys look into this movie called Rebel Moon. It's basically it's Netflix's take on Star Wars. It's totally original. This could be their new IP, although if it's too similar to Star Wars, I don't know if it'll work. It has to be something. Obviously, if it's sci-fi, that's okay, but it has to be like its own story and its own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Now, this is the first time of me hearing it, so I'm kind of curious. So after the stream, I'm definitely going to go look that up and fucking see what I look at.
Yeah. So that's also interesting. So Netflix has some potential. They're getting some big name directors up in here, so I trust in Zach. We'll see what he does.
Mm-hmm. I think so. With Netflix trying to make their own IP, let's just say they don't make anything really successful. Do you think this is really the end of Netflix?
No, because I don't think it's the end of Netflix now. Because Netflix is the one who killed Blockbuster. Okay, these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah,
they killed the last thing. So if you're trying to say that something else is about to kill this thing, I think we're too soon. I think obviously the way we're going as technology progresses, I think streaming is just the wave. And right now Netflix is the biggest one, even though they're continuously losing subscribers month by month. I think that they still have a lot of time. I think if they're gonna be taken down, it's not for like another like 10, 15 years, and if it's probably gonna be by like Amazon or Disney.
Not only that, but they're also getting the gaming too, the streaming of the games. You know what I mean? Do you see that?
They've had the Minecraft game on Netflix for a long time, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like it's kind of fun. Like I play the Minecraft game like on my Xbox, but I've also played it on Netflix, and it's pretty cool. So if Netflix like did more gaming stuff, I think that'd be great. But also
you know how Xbox has their own like Xbox Plus, whatever the fuck it is.
The Game Pass, which is amazing.
Yeah, the Game Pass. The Netflix is coming up with their own shit, kind of like that. So they're gonna have like multiple games on there that you can actually like stream and shit like that.
Hopefully they're good games, because I'm gonna be honest right now. Every good game is kind of like owned by another company, because Sony and Microsoft are going right now, bro. These motherfuckers are claiming studio after studio. Microsoft got Sony got Bungie recently. Microsoft got Gearbox recently. Like these motherfuckers are claiming these studios like no tomorrow. And I'm gonna be honest, like it's at the point to where most AAA games are owned by a specific company, like aka like a console.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it don't matter because the PC Master Race wins in the end.
No, I'm sorry. No. PlayStation. Bart, you can.
PlayStation is way above, dude. Obviously, all the new games that they're gonna fucking have, they're gonna have Harry Potter, they're gonna have God of War. There's so much shit that's with the PlayStation.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
KOTOR remake. Bro, like PlayStation is
crazy,
on top, bro.
Yes, it's definitely the console to get right now. All that I feel like that Xbox has is fucking Halo and Gears. All
right. Question for the chat. PC, Xbox, or PlayStation? What do you guys pick? I pick PC 100%.
See, I would
PlayStation.
I originally would agree with you, Nick, but I'm telling you, like. There's a reason every game of the year is a single player game, because single player games are still in, and they are superior to every other multiplayer game. Like these games hit so hard and they innovate so much, because Spider-Man is amazing, Miles Morales is amazing, Uncharted is amazing, God of War is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yes.
These games are perfect, bro.
My rebuttal to that is Spider-Man's coming to PC next year. We're getting God of War coming to PC as well. So a lot of these games aren't even exclusive anymore. They're getting ported to PC.
Yes,
yeah,
but
not only that, hold on. But with that said, PC also has the ability to install mods. You ever play GTA, bro, with mods? That's just fucking nuts.
I agree, but it's
Yes.
only fun to a certain. It's only fun for a certain amount of time. Like
Yes.
GTA 5, you'll play GTA 5 mods for like an hour or two, but you'll play GTA and GTA Online for years. And there's a reason GTA 5 is still being sold as a top game every single month, every single year, because it's such a fucking great game, whether it's modded or not. Like, this game is just amazing.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. PC does have its benefits. It has a lot of shit that comes along with it. But you guys are getting these games like 2 years after they're released. Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, I 100% agree. And it's like, yeah, you can wait, but like, you're just gonna know what happens by the end of the game. Like,
Yes.
the thing with a single player experiences, like, you'll experience it like the story. It's like a movie, but better, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro, Spider-Man and God of War are so fucking perfectly made. Like, I can't fathom how Sony did this.
Yes, especially with the new release of God of War. We've got a bunch of trailers. We got the release date, and this looks like it could be the game of the year. But Elden Ring is definitely still in the race.
And also on top of that, they're comparing this next Spider-Man game to Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. Very, very, very rarely does something get compared to one of the greatest, most perfectly made movies of all time. Okay,
Yes.
this game is about to be insane next year.
No, I mean, we'll have to find out. I haven't played the first Spider-Man. I mean, to be honest, I'm willing to get it for PC when it comes out. So we're gonna have to fucking see it. We're gonna have to fucking see it when it comes out.
Well, hey, Bart, watch. Okay, if this guy actually gets Spider-Man, and as soon as he starts swinging, and within the 5 seconds the game opens, he's gonna start swinging. He'd be like, "Okay, this game's amazing," and then all he's gonna want to do is swing. Because once you start swinging at Spider-Man, it's like that's all you want to do is just swing.
Yes, I even after the game I beat it. I used to swing around and just listen to music and fucking beat up people.
It's so amazing.
I never said it was a bad game. I 100% know it's a great game. It's just that I have a PC, so I barely fucking use my PS4 now.
Makes sense. Yeah, I barely even use my PS5. I'll be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. I still use mine almost every day.
Now, with that said, I mean, Netflix is going through a lot of shit. They're trying to find their IP, but we're gonna transition over to someone that's actually already got a lot of IPs, that's actually working on some new IPs. So we're talking about Disney, and we're talking about Mando season 3 and Boba Fett season 2.
Let's go.
I don't know if you guys have seen this. But last night, Mario, you sent me the leak of the season 3 of Mando, and this shit looks very fucking good, bro. Very fucking good. I don't know about you. Hold on, before you start. I just want to say I just recently finished watching Mando season 2, and I will say it is, in my eyes, it's definitely Disney's best Star Wars attempt. So I'm pretty excited to see season 3 of Mando. I don't know if this is gonna be the last season of Mando. I would like it not to be, but I mean, it's only speculation. So we'll see.
So so recently Disney they showed to a very select few in an audience the season 3 trailer of Mandalorian, and people, like people are, they decided to record it, and now we get to see a very low resolution trailer of Mandalorian season 3. This is why you don't do this. This is why you don't trust people, bro. You just don't. Okay, you just release it to the internet because you don't trust these motherfuckers. So we've seen it, and you can nitpick it. But we already know what's gonna happen storyline wise. If you guys remember in Book of Boba Fett season 2 or Book of Boba Fett, the very few, or I mean, you basically just call it Book of Boba Fett / The Mandalorian, and the Mandalorian episode.
Mando, it's Mando season 2.5.
Exactly. Thank you. So yeah, in a few episodes, Mando the other Mandalorians that know Mando find out that Mando has been taken off his helmet, and that's a no-no when you're a Mandalorian. Okay, that's not good. And so they basically told him, yeah, you're not worthy to be a Mandalorian anymore, and you're also not even worthy to hold the Darksaber. Like, what are you doing with this thing? So the lady from season 1 of the Mandalorian, I don't remember her name, but she's the one who forged his armor. She told him to go back to Mandalore, and I don't know what she told him to do exactly, but she basically told him to go back to the planet Mandalore. Which last time we saw Mandalore was in Clone Wars.
Yeah. I think it had something along the lines of like going inside of a cave and like praying your sins away or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But we know Mando has the Darksaber, and basically whoever has the Darksaber is basically the King of Mandalore. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yes. Yeah. And so I mean, Bart. I mean, obviously I'll get into it more, but Bart, you can explain the state of Mandalore the last time we saw it in Clone Wars.
Yes, it was in disarray. Maul basically took it over. He led a group of people. He beefed with Ahsoka. Yes, it was pretty much like all over the place. But after watching the leaks, there are a specific group of Mandalorians that worship the people who have the Darksaber, and it looks like Mando kind of sort of has like guards in this one because he wields a Darksaber, which is pretty sick to see. And the return of little baby Yoda. Come on now,
Grogu, my boy Grogu. That's my boy.
Yeah, I love. And we also see a little shot. Now we don't know if it's true or not, but we do see like a little small Mandalorian helmet.
Yes.
Now I don't know if this is for Grogu, or it could have been like maybe we'll get a flashback scene of Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, when he's a kid and when he gets found by the Mandalorians and they give him a helmet. We don't know. It could be. Hopefully it's Grogu's. That'd be sick as fuck. But essentially, later on in the trailer, we also see that what's her name? Bo-Katan. She wants to also be the king of Mandalore. We know this from the Clone Wars. She wants the power, and she's still leading the army. What's that army called, Bart? I forget what they're called. The Death Watch. Death Watch. There we go. The Death Watch.
I thought it was Black Watch. Oh, is it Black Watch or Death Watch? I think it was Death Watch. Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. So she's still leading the Death Watch. So she still has an army, and I'm assuming she wants to be the king of Mandalore. She wants the throne, but she has to fight Mando for the Darksaber. I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, Mando doesn't necessarily want the Darksaber. Go ahead, Nick.
Well, because in the season two of Mando, she basically told Mando like, "Yo, Moff Gideon is mine. Like, I don't give a fuck what you guys do on that ship. We're going to get that ship, but make sure I get to fight Moff Gideon." She wanted to make sure of that, because the only reason why she wanted to do that is because she wanted the Darksaber, and the Darksaber can only be wielded by someone defeated in combat. You have to defeat someone in combat to wield the Darksaber, and that's the only reason why she wanted. Go ahead.
Also, Mandalorians believe that only Mandalorians should be allowed to wield the Darksaber, and Moff Gideon clearly is not a Mandalorian.
Yeah. But we also know that Moff Gideon is out there in the universe somewhere because he escaped. So I would assume that Moff Gideon is somewhere in Mando season 3, trying to get up on this Darksaber action. But we'll just have to see.
So yeah, in my mind, what's going to happen is Mando's going to obviously attempt to clear his name and become a Mandalorian again. But at the same time, as he goes back, he's going to get into like a little bit of a power struggle between Bo-Katan, himself, and Moff Gideon. So I mean, in my opinion, I think we might see the resurrection of Mandalore at the end of the season 3. We might see. I mean, Bo-Katan, in my opinion, might become the king of Mandalore. That'd be great, because I don't think Mando wants it. I don't think he does, but I think Moff Gideon is a fucking little bitch. I mean, he just wants to kill everybody, and he's Moff Gideon.
And also with that too, in the trailer we see a lot more Mandalorians than just what we saw in Mando season 1 and 2. So we're gonna meet like a lot more new characters that are also Mandalorians. I think we're also gonna see a lot more alien species that were in previous Star Wars projects. So it's gonna be nice to see all those too.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, like I said, I think it's gonna be like a power struggle, and I think Bo-Katan versus Moff Gideon versus Mandalorian. I think basically Mando's gonna have to recruit some Mandalorians, because he has to fight these other parties. I don't know. We can always speculate what's gonna happen, but clearly Bo-Katan and Moff Gideon are gonna be in this season.
Yeah, there's like I said about the Darksaber, there's a select few that think whoever wields a Darksaber is basically like, yeah, he is the ruler of Mandalore, and they follow him because of that. And we also have to remember that he's basically not Mandalorian because he takes off his helmet, but that's a select few that like believe in that, because that was something that he was brought into.
That's the
It's
new
the old
Testament.
ways. Yeah, no, there's like two. So if you watch Clone Wars, there's two different kind of. There's the new way of the Mandalorians, and there's the old way. The old way kind of left Mandalore and went to the moon of Mandalore to become the Death Watch, and then there's just like the newer Mandalorians, which is like Satine, which is Obi-Wan's like girlfriend kind of thing. And they're kind of pussies. They don't really fight, which is kind of why Mandalore got destroyed in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for that because, like I said, that's really the only good Star Wars content that Disney has ever really produced. So I'm excited. But we also have Boba Fett season 2, and I hope it's a lot better than season 1, or at least at least more action packed, I would say.
So yeah, Book of Boba Fett kind of got leaked a little bit. I think it might have been an accident, but I don't know if it was in Mexico, Spain. Regardless, there was a Spanish advertisement for all the Disney Plus Star Wars shows, and on it, the Book of Boba Fett one said season 2 coming soon. Obviously, it said it in Spanish, so it said yeah, season 2 coming soon. Now we can only speculate what could happen in season 2 of Book of Boba Fett, but if they do anything related to season 1, I'm out. Leave Tatooine. I'm so sick and tired of Tatooine. It's a great planet. It's where everything started. But please, I'm sick and tired of these fucking sand planets. Boba needs to get off of Tatooine, and he needs to become a man again. This guy's a little puss. I'm sorry.
Dude, we want like the bounty hunter, like the fucking old version of him. I don't like the new version of Boba.
Agreed.
Yeah, bro. I don't understand how he could watch his dad die and not feel fucking vengeance for that, bro. How do you like just be a fucking straight up puss?
So yeah, that's a theory going around that Mace Windu could return in Book of Boba Fett season 2, which would be really cool. What if so basically Boba Fett finds out Mace Windu's still alive somehow, and he goes to hunt him down, which would be a pretty cool character arc for him. But the only problem I have with bringing Mace Windu back is, where was he this entire time? This entire time through the reign of the Empire and not helping Luke and the rebellion. Where was this man? So that's the only thing they have to explain.
Not helping Luke, not like that, but not meeting up with Kenobi, not fucking meeting up with any other Jedis.
Yeah.
Ahsoka, whatever it is.
But yeah, I think that would be a cool storyline for season 2. I also agree. I think badass Boba should come back. I hate the way they did Boba in season 1. It was really bad, which makes me not even want a season 2, honestly, unless they completely turn it around. So yeah, I don't know what you guys expect from that, but season 2 needs to be better than season 1. That's for damn sure.
Well, also one thing I did enjoy from season 1, I did enjoy the Luke CGI, bro. That Luke CGI looked fucking awesome.
It was Mark himself in my mind. Like that was so good. It was so good. And then on top of that, we got to see little Yoda flipping around, doing some Jedi moves and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that just goes to show Disney is very capable of putting good CG in. It's just they pick and choose when they want to use it.
100%. I don't know why Kenobi looks like complete garbage. Boba Fett, I'm gonna be honest, most of it looks like complete garbage. Besides that one episode where it's Mando season 2.5. So yeah.
So I guess that brings us to the next one, which is another Star Wars project they're working on. They're working on the Skeleton Crew, and it was just announced that they have a budget of 1.36 million or something in that ballpark. Now just for comparison, let me pull up what we have for the other shows. So. Okay, so we have Mandalorian season 1. We have it was anywhere between 100 million, 120 million, and we got Book of Boba Fett, which was about 100 million. Now, with that being said, they can really like do anything. It goes to show they've had this amount of money to work with in the past, but some of it has not been the greatest. So it doesn't matter how much money you have, it's about what you do with that money.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna keep saying it. I always say this: Disney has more money than God, because they really do. And now this show is only a few $1 million more. It's being budgeted more than Kenobi. It's only a few $1 million, but with that few $1 million, that's a lot of money. I'm gonna be honest, $1 million is a lot of money. So if it looks anything like Kenobi, I'm gonna be a little upset. But we don't really know what this Skeleton Crew show is gonna be about. So right now, I don't think we have any sort of synopsis about the story. All we know is that it's called Star Wars Skeleton Crew, and it has a bigger budget than.
Okay, so we do know
Yeah,
we do know one thing about the story. We know it's set to take place after the Return of the Jedi. That's the only thing that we really know about the story.
Trying to see if I can find some sort of leak
I don't-
about.
I don't know if we're gonna find any leaks or anything, but if it's taking place after the Return of the Jedi, that means they can bring Mando in here, they can bring Boba Fett in here, they could even bring Luke in here. I mean,
Okay, so I have some news. I have some very pressing breaking news about this. So this is being executively produced by John Watts. John Watts is the one that directed all 3 MCU Spider-Man films. So he's a pretty good director. He kind of knows what he's doing. And this series will center around a group of children lost in space post Return of the Jedi. So that makes me think the group of children. So if a group of children is like are the main characters, that makes me think of Stranger Things, E.T., those kind of like child movies. So I'm not too sure.
I don't think it's a movie. I have it pulled up
show.
right here.
It's a show.
It's a show.
It's a show. Yeah, my bad. But John Watts quote, he said, it's a story of their journey trying to find their way home. It stars 4 kids, but it is not a kid's show. I love it. It should not be a kid's show because Star Wars is for everybody.
Yeah, they should definitely be like force sensitive or something. That's where they have to go with it. I say
at least like 1 or 2 of them should be force sensitive. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be cool. I mean, what would you guys like to see with like a show of kids possibly being force sensitive? I mean, what could possibly happen?
Well, I mean, so I'm gonna say what they shouldn't do. What they shouldn't do is they shouldn't have it just focus on the kids alone. I think they do need to introduce at least 1 or 2 familiar characters that we already know, whether that be not Yoda, whether that be Luke, whether that be Mando, Boba Fett, Ahsoka, whatever the case may be. I think they need to introduce at least one familiar character.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna disagree with you. I actually don't think. I think obviously somebody could pop up at some point, but I don't think they should be a main character. I think you should focus on the new characters because so far Disney, when it comes to like the older legacy characters like Luke Skywalker and all that stuff, they've done a shitty job. But when it comes to new characters like Mando, Ahsoka, they've done a pretty good job. So I mean, maybe a cameo here and there, maybe see them pop up in one episode, but I have to disagree. I want it to focus on the kids. I want it to focus on a new story.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I wasn't saying like how another familiar character be the main character. I just want to see like a little cameo or something along the lines of them giving them having a familiar character there to progress the story. You know what I mean?
That'd be sick. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Could even see Cal.
Yeah, that would be fucking sick.
I really have no clue. I mean, they can really. I think they might tie into or at least I hope they tie into how the First Order is built because we really don't know about anything about the First Order. But yeah, if they can like somehow tie in how the First Order came about, how the fall of the rebels. Something along those lines, something to fill in the gap between the Return of the Jedi and the First Order coming to it is today.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I mean, if you notice every single Disney Plus show besides Kenobi, obviously, everything they're trying to do post sequel trilogy, they're not trying to get away from the sequel trilogy per se, but they're trying to like explain it maybe. So everything that they've done besides Kenobi, like I said, is oddly enough after Return of the Jedi and before Force Awakens. Why do you think that is? Well, clearly they're trying to set something up. in my opinion, I think they're trying to set up Thrawn. Now I don't. Is Thrawn dead? Did Thrawn die in Rebels Bar? I'm not too sure.
No, he's still alive. Him and Ezra, they basically like zoomed away in like a Star Destroyer. If I don't, yeah, and that's
the last time we see them.
Yeah, that's the last time that we see them.
So exactly. So in my opinion, we could see Thrawn, Ezra. Is he on the dark side now? I haven't seen Rebels. Is he like on the dark side now? Like what happened?
No. He's a good guy. He actually sacrifices himself, and he's pretty much holding off stormtroopers, and then he's holding off Thrawn at the same time, and then they basically light speed away in a Star Destroyer. And that's literally the last time we see him. And we know that the Ahsoka series, there has been some leaks saying that she is going to go looking for him.
Yeah, which also is in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. So
yeah,
clearly they're trying to do something here.
So it's a perfect timeline.
Yeah. And in my opinion, this all could culminate in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty cool, yeah, too. I definitely do agree with you. How you said that they're trying to fill the gaps in between the Return of the Jedi and the sequels. I think it's much needed because they really need to save their ass because every single Star Wars fan that I know hated the fucking sequels. So yeah. I think they're just trying to fill in the gaps with that shit.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Sequels were garbage, and we can get into that one day, but it's a long topic.
Yes,
I can go 2 hours just talking about the sequels alone. How much I hate them.
Oh yeah.
So now, Skeleton Crew is coming out, but we also have one more big announcement. Now this is personally what I'm very excited for, just because what could come out of this. I know this has very big potential. It's just in their hands to execute. And what I'm talking about is Nintendo just officially announced Nintendo Pictures, their own movie studio. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when I hear Nintendo coming up with their own movie studio, obviously we have Samus, we have Mario, we have Link, we have Kirby, we have all these different characters, and they can make all solo films on these characters. But what I'm interested in, I'm interested in a Smash Bros. Movie where they all come together and they have to fight off the magic hand or whatever the fucking villain is. That would be fucking sick, bro.
Yeah. So the other day we found out that Marvel or Nintendo Studios was announced, and obviously we already know that a Super Mario movie is coming out, starring Chris Pratt of all people as the voice of Mario. Which I don't know how I feel about that because we still haven't heard it. But why the fuck Chris Pratt? Regardless, when I heard this, it made me think of, what if they pulled like an MCU kind of thing where they set up all these solo movies where they had Mario, Kirby, Link, Samus, Fox. They had all these solo movies with these characters, and they pulled an MCU, put everybody together in a Smash Bros. Movie. That would be absolutely insane, bro. Yeah. I think it would compete on par with Marvel because, in my opinion, Nintendo is just as recognized as Marvel is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I would argue they might have just as good storylines too.
I mean, Pokemon is the biggest IP in human history, if not Star Wars. One of those two.
It literally is.
So
honestly, that makes me think though. What if they made a live action Pokemon too?
Well, they did do that Detective Pikachu movie, which was
Ryan Reynolds
mid. Yeah, it was a little mid.
Yeah. But
I don't want any of this to be a live action though. I want it to be more like animated. I want
like a 3D animation type thing or what?
Yeah. More like what's it? Not Spider-Verse. I can go with that. But yeah, like a 3D animation kind of thing.
Like a basically like the games, like the newest Zelda game.
Yeah, like the games. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would like that. Now, what I'm most excited about is when Nintendo says they're coming out with their own movie thing. I would be really excited for a Samus movie. I think Samus is one of the coolest Nintendo characters of all time. Samus, and I would also say Fox too. Fox is also pretty fucking cool. So getting them adapted into movie-esque type feel, I think that'd be pretty fucking solid.
Yeah, so just imagine, like, obviously we have the Super Mario movie, which would be, you know, Mario saving Peach. It's like a rescue story. And then we have The Legend of Zelda, which is like an action adventure movie. And then we have Samus. Obviously, Nintendo is more for kids than Marvel is, so it would have to be a light horror. When I think of Samus, I think of like what's it called? Not Dark Souls. Dead Space. I think of Dead Space. So like, what if it was like a Samus? Dead Space movie. And then we have Fox. What if it was like a Top Gun Maverick kind of Fox movie, bro? Like they can have so much potential here. It's honestly kind of crazy.
It definitely is, because now that I think about it, think about how many characters they have on Super Smash Bros, bro. Every single one of those characters they basically own, so they can do. I can make any type of fucking movie with any character they want, basically.
Oh, 100%. And then, you know, they can, like, I mean, they can collab too. You know, they could do some collabs, which would be amazing too. What if they had, you know, Microsoft and Sony come in and help them out, make a movie? That'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Now this makes me wonder. So obviously Fox owns the rights to the Sonic movies that are already out right now. Now it makes me wonder if they would make their own version of Sonic, like Marvel's making their own version of what's it called? Fantastic Four, even though Fox already owns the rights to those. It's just interesting to see if they would actually go into, you know, a Sonic storyline, or do their own thing, or just not like keep that untouched, or you know what they're gonna do with that.
Wait, what do you mean? Like whether or not they're gonna continue Sonic?
So you know that the Sonic movies are already out, are owned by Fox, right? And obviously Disney owns Fox, so they can Nintendo can start their own Sonic movies that are different from the Fox ones. You know what I mean?
Well, Sonic isn't owned by Nintendo. Sonic was created by Sega, which was which was a competitor to Nintendo. But then Sonic got bought out, not by Fox, the studio, but by somebody else. Which is why, you know how like when you go to the gas station, you hear the Sonic coin. Because it's because Sonic was actually sold to like some sort of other corporation. Nintendo actually doesn't own Sonic at all.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they did. I thought they owned Sega.
They could actually. You know what? Now that you mention that, let's see.
Because that would make sense why they make so many Sonic versus Mario Olympic Games. They make so many fucking. He's in Smash Bros. I mean, either they're just taxing themselves for the rights, or they own this guy.
So yeah, I just typed it up. It does say Sega owns Sonic, but Sega owns it. Yeah, Sega owns itself, which is why we have like because you know Bandai Namco, Sega owns that. I think. Yeah, no, Sega owns itself.
Okay.
That's the parent organization is Sega.
Okay. Then it's safe to say we're not getting these Sonic films. All right. So basically, I'm pretty excited for this. Bart, I don't know about you. I think a Samus solo film would be great. I think a Link solo film would be great. We obviously have a Mario solo film coming pretty soon. And I'm just pretty excited for what they have in store for us. I hope they can, you know, beat people out, because some of the stuff we're getting right now is kind of lackluster.
Yeah, I think Nintendo definitely has the only thing with Nintendo is it's obviously going to be kid friendly, but that's never really stopped them, because a lot of their games are really good. Like Breath of the Wild, in my opinion, is a top 10 game it's one of my top 10 games of all time, but it's not for kids. See, the thing is with the Nintendo games, it's like the story is like okay, but the gameplay is amazing. So Breath of the Wild, the gameplay is amazing. Mario, what's it called? Mario Odyssey. The gameplay is amazing, but the story is like because you know it's always just saving Peach. And then what do we got? We just recently got what's it called? Metroid Dread. Once again,
I've seen that.
Once again, the story's like but the gameplay is amazing. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Nintendo really has the capacity to make a good story, but we'll have to see.
They just need to hire some motherfuckers off the street.
Nick, for Pokemon, like the story, nobody gives a fuck about the Pokemon stories, bro. We just skip past all the dialogue just to play the gameplay. It's all about gameplay when it comes to Nintendo games. Facts. So we'll
I
see.
because when I played Pokemon Arceus, bro, I literally fucking skipped through all the fucking dialogue because I just want to fucking go and fucking catch Pokemon.
100%. So
Um, yeah. Well, my biggest wishes are with Nintendo. I hope they do something great. You have any final thoughts, Bart or Mario, on
nah,
Nintendo?
No.
nah. This guy Bart's
No.
hella quiet over here. I don't know what he's doing. He's
Yeah,
beating
yeah.
off probably.
Yeah, he's fucking choking the chicken right now. Um, so you guys ready for to get into 1v1s or what?
Yes, finally I can actually smoke this guy Bart over here.
No, okay, so I don't have any written out. But what we can do is we can think of some off the top of our heads.
So we can obviously continue the ones we were talking about last week. I think we mentioned Luffy versus Naruto
Yes.
last week. So off air, me and Bart were going at it whether or not
rematch.
whether or not Naruto peak versus Luffy current peak would beat Naruto. So we were going back and forth on that. I
Yes.
still believe Naruto would win. He still thinks Luffy would win.
Yes.
And we kind of just want to put it out there. We got more information, more dialogue to say. So let's go at it.
All right. So with Luffy, I did forget to mention last week that he does have a power called Future Sight, which allows him to see in the future. We don't have like speculation how long that's going to be into the future, but he can see moves before they come. He could see a battle before it happens. And
Okay, so when it comes to that though, like I've already stated yesterday. I obviously I could pull up receipts now because people don't know, but we've already proved that Naruto is faster than Luffy. Now Luffy does have future sight, but would Luffy be able to dodge something that moves faster than him?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yes.
hold on. So, since you said Luffy has future sight, Naruto has already proved that he can move faster than that power because Sasuke has that same power. He has that power with the Sharingan. He can see attacks before they even come. And we've already seen Naruto clap the fuck out of Sasuke.
No, it's different. It works totally different. So pretty much Katakuri, he's one of the antagonists in One Piece. He's seen basically a battle before it even started. He's able to fucking go, like, literally go and see into the future before it punches. Like, he's already moving before it's thrown. Like, when he's fighting Luffy, I'm telling you, there's no way that Naruto is gonna. I mean,
so
Naruto is stronger and faster, but
so let's just say you've already Naruto is stronger than faster. Then what makes him not win? Just because he has just because Luffy has future sight, that doesn't mean he can see Naruto coming, but that doesn't mean he's fast enough or has the capabilities to dodge Naruto's attacks. So obviously, in my opinion, not one of Naruto's biggest moves is Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto has damn near unlimited chakra. Let's say he's only like 1,000 shadow clones to him is like a drop in the water. He summons in 1,000 shadow clones. Now, yesterday, Bart did say, now he can explain it again, but Bart did say that Luffy is basically immune to water now. Now, when you eat a devil fruit, you can't swim. So, what I said is yesterday, what if Naruto summoned 1,000 shadow clones? We already know Naruto has mastered all elemental jutsus. What if he summoned like 1,000 water dragons on Luffy? What is it gonna happen? Like nothing he can't do anything.
yeah, exactly. But would he like? We haven't seen Luffy's peak potential yet. That's the thing. We've seen Naruto's, but we still haven't seen Luffy's. And I understand. It would come down to a battle of durability. That's pretty much where I think it ultimately lead down to. And
to be honest, when it comes to durability,
aspect,
I would say Luffy probably wins then.
Yes, Luffy would win. And I did look it up yesterday. Burial mode only lasts 30 minutes.
But also Luffy, Luffy can come back with his whole imagination move, which we don't know the full power of, like you said. Like that's the only problem we have with Naruto versus Luffy. We don't know Luffy's full power, but that doesn't mean Luffy can't totally be destroyed. kind of like how Gohan totally destroyed Cell in the Cell games. Naruto can, like I said, summon 1,000 Shadow Clones, use a supermassive Rasengan, a Tail Beast Rasengan, 1,000 of them on Luffy, and he can be totally obliterated. Just because he is rubber doesn't mean he can't be obliterated with energy attacks.
Yes,
Now,
but
hold on. Now I want to bring up a point that I saw in the TikTok comments a couple days ago. So basically, what someone said is that look at them at hand-to-hand combat. Like fuck their abilities. Look at them hand-to-hand combat. Hand-to-hand combat, Naruto has far greater experience than Luffy ever would because he knows taijutsu, so he is very well versed in MMA and different type of martial arts to dodge punches, slip punches, counter punches, do all the other stuff. Luffy is just a fucking pirate, bro. He's not actually trained how to fight. He basically just does whatever, and whatever works. He doesn't know fucking how to counter. He doesn't know how to fucking do all this other bullshit.
he had training with sorry if I butchered his name, Rayleigh or something like that. He was trained how to fight and how to use his power to his motive. But the thing is one of his new abilities is he could alter everything around him. So he could take Luffy's he could take Naruto's like Rasengans and literally like fucking bounce it up. And like he could alter everything around him. What is he gonna do with that?
Well, Naruto also knows fucking more than one fucking chakra nature, so he can use fucking water style jutsus, fire style jutsus, wind style jutsus, air style jutsus. It doesn't fucking matter. You can use whatever the fuck he wants. So, and on top of that, he can summon shadow clones, so you could throw literally every single type of jutsu at Luffy that he wanted to at the same time.
But the thing is,
not only that, but he has the most powerful jutsu of all time. Talk no jutsu.
That's true.
The most powerful jutsu in the land is talk no jutsu. You can't beat it.
see, that's the thing though. Like, if it was really them fighting realistically, that would work. Luffy's not the guy to just go into fucking battle without not thinking about it. Like, it would definitely work. That's one thing I'd say.
Hey, I have a question. I'm looking at some abilities that Naruto had. Now, at one point in the story, Naruto had the truth-seeking orbs, right? And we already know that the truth-seeking orbs, when you touch if you're hit by a truth-seeking orb, you kind of just decay and that body part falls off. What if Luffy gets hit by a truth-seeking orb?
Oh, that's very true. That's facts.
Because like pain, what if he turned like a truth-seeking orb? Because he can call it back whenever, bro. What if he called a truth-seeking orb into like a knife or something, stabbed right through Luffy? Luffy's dead.
Yeah. Guess what? No. But the thing is your boy's rubber. That doesn't even matter.
He'll decay though. Just because he's rubber, that doesn't mean he can't die. Like I said, he could be obliterated by an energy attack.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But like, I totally understand where you're coming from with that, and that is a good point. There is like they're both OP in their verse. Let's first,
yeah, they're both
first and
OP.
foremost say that. But it's hard to gauge if like them in a battle because obviously, like I said, we haven't seen Luffy at his peak. We've seen Naruto at his peak, but there's both advantages and disadvantages to them fighting each other.
That's true. Luffy, I would say Luffy does have, on average, Luffy has more durability for like kinetic attacks. But when it comes to energy attacks, I mean, I feel like a Rasengan would do him in.
But okay, so I think we're forgetting the biggest thing. We've talked about speed. We've talked about power. We've talked about durability. We've talked about everything under the sun except one thing. We haven't talked about plot armor. Who has more plot armor?
Definitely Luffy.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. G.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Naruto's got a lot of fucking plot armor.
So yeah, I did bring this up yesterday, and I don't think this has any merit in a fight, but I did bring this up that in every single arc, Naruto has never lost. He's always won. He doesn't know defeat. And now there are a few arcs where Luffy loses. Not Water 7, but what's it called? What's after Water 7? What's the arc where Ace dies? That arc. My boy loses.
Damn, I forgot. Marineford. There you go.
Yeah, Marineford. He loses. So Naruto never loses. Naruto doesn't know defeat.
But the thing is, the reason that they added that defeat in Marineford is for Luffy's character to develop. Seeing his brother die and everything, that was put in there on purpose. That was
he was just like football the entire time.
Yes, exactly.
But did it make him stronger though? That's the thing.
He did, yes. Post time skip, he is stronger, yeah. Not stronger than Naruto though, no way.
Yeah, hell no.
So okay, also I read yesterday that Naruto or Gear 5 Luffy most likely kills we already know that Gear 2 drains Luffy's life. Okay, we already know that. Gear 3 debatable. But there's also speculation that Gear 5 also drains Luffy's life. So we don't even know, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I already said this yesterday, I think Luffy's gonna die by the end of One Piece. I mean, this guy has been draining his life for a long time now. And with Baryon mode on top of with Naruto, how much life does Luffy necessarily have? So this is just all hypothetical. We honestly don't know who could win right now, Luffy or Naruto.
Still Luffy.
Yeah, it's really up in the air because here's the way I look at it. If Gear 5 already drains his life force as it is, Baryon mode is just adding on to that because Baryon mode also drains his opponent's life force as well. So it could triple, it could quadruple, it could fucking 10 times drain his life force to where he can only last maybe fucking 5 minutes in that state, you know what I mean, before he dies.
Yes, but the thing is, to combat that I was saying yesterday, is the imagination power he has. He died in the manga, and he could just come back to life as he wants. He literally has Toon Force.
Yeah, but there's no way he's fucking using that shit over and over and over again until he fucking beats Naruto. There's got to be a point where oh, I can't use that power anymore because I don't have.
Yeah, so I mean, in my opinion, that's like saying Goku versus somebody. Oh well, Goku can just wish himself back, so it's all good. I mean, yeah. That's not necessarily in the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, no, I agree. I think as of right now, this is a little hard. I would say before Gear 5 Luffy, Naruto stomps easily. There's no competition.
100%. I agree that and current Naruto would lose, but current Gear 5, it's honestly debatable now. And by the end of One Piece, I think Luffy might reach a power stronger than even Ichigo, which is the strongest in the big three in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna have to see on that one. But I still think Naruto
solos.
I still think Naruto fucking solos this guy. Oh. I'm not. I just think his battle IQ is way too high for Luffy.
Yeah, Luffy's a goofball, bro. Dead ass. He's dead as a goofball. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he makes fun of fucking Zoro too much.
I mean, Zoro's pretty stupid too, though.
This guy does not where he's going.
Yeah, he does not know directions at all.
The sense of direction is horrible.
He's literally getting lost every arc, bro. I don't understand why Oda keeps doing that.
Yeah, it's funny though. It's like a meme that's going on.
No, I know. And then at the end of it, he's literally gone the entire arc, and then at the end, he's shows up. He's like, "Oh, this is where everybody is."
Yeah.
All right. So I guess that concludes the debate. Do you guys want to add anything onto that?
No, not really.
All right, so do you guys want to move on? Do you guys have anything in mind for the next 1v1?
Not really.
I don't really have anyone in mind.
Yeah, we didn't really plan this little section out. I don't know. I mean, nobody's really coming into mind right now. We could say Sasuke versus Zora, but we already know what the outcome of that's gonna be. Sasuke solos. But
Sasuke would definitely. I agree with that. Sasuke would be.
Yeah, Sasuke does solo. Don't even get me started on why he's so nerfed in Boruto too.
Yeah, what do you guys think about Ah, damn, you haven't watched Bleach to like kind of compare, huh?
I mean, I know strength wise. I mean, if you're talking Ichigo versus Sasuke, Ichigo still wins.
No, I was thinking like, what do you think about Ichigo versus Gojo?
Ooh. Mm, I don't know. See, now Kakashi's obviously weaker than Ichigo, but Kakashi just has straight hacks, which is why we all thought that Kakashi would win against Gojo. But that's a little bit more tough, I think, strength wise, and I think strength wise and speed wise, Ichigo's got it. But can Ichigo break Gojo's infinite domain expansion? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that would be a tough one, I think.
That would be a pretty that's pretty tough. I would say, because how fast can Gojo cast his infinite domain? It's like pretty instant, right?
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's just whenever he like wants to. Essentially, like he has to do like the dramatic pulls down the fucking his thing, shows his eyes, and
so okay. What if? So yeah, let's just say let's say Gojo casts his domain expansion and Ichigo's in his domain expansion. Can't Ichigo still attack Gojo? Right? He can still attack him, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like, what the fuck does his domain expansion even do? Like, I mean, you just see the universe. Like,
it's infinity. I think it just like overwhelms the person in a way.
I'm gonna be honest. I think
I don't know.
Just because yeah, Gojo's cool, but I hate his power, bro. Like, it's so complicated. I honestly hate the Jujutsu Kaisen power system. I think it's pretty stupid.
I think they're kind of explaining more in season 2 and how everyone kind of the powers work and they're kind of the limit of their shit. Because in my opinion, what they've shown us so far in Jujutsu Kaisen, they really haven't shown anyone go to their absolute limits. It's just everyone's kind of at their starting point right now.
Yeah. What do you guys think of? Let's go Star Killer and Luke.
Oof.
Oh,
so okay,
that's a good
hold
one.
on.
That's a good one.
Okay, It just depends on what version of Luke we're talking about. If we're talking about like movie Luke, then Star Killer. But if we're talking Legends Luke,
yeah, let's say Legends Luke. When he's at his prime peak,
then 100% Luke. Easily.
Okay.
Also, really quickly, there's actually 2 different kinds of Star Killers. There's one in the book, and then there's one in the games. Now, the one in the games is obviously we know he can lift Star Destroyers, and he's pretty strong. He fought Vader. He's defeated Vader. And there's also the what ifs where he defeats Obi-Wan, Boba Fett, Luke, all that stuff. But then in the book one, they had to, obviously tame his powers down a little bit more. Because for a video game, you want that shit to be fun, bro. So obviously they were like, in the video game, they were like, oh, let these motherfuckers go ham. Let them go ham with the Force. But in the more, so he's a little bit weaker in the book.
Yeah, I'd say if we're talking video game Star Killer, I think he'd take it over Legends Luke.
Really?
Yeah. Because his power is untamed. Dude, like he takes down that Star Destroyer. That's fucking insane.
I
think that might be the biggest feat that we've seen Star Killer actually do.
Yeah, that's the biggest feat he's been able to do though, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. I think Luke can Legends Luke. I think he can do that too. I honestly think he can do that too. I think Luke would win. And also, I feel like Luke has a higher battle IQ, and I feel like Luke is just a better saber duelist as well.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think Luke might be stronger in the Force as well because he's also the son of Anakin Skywalker, which is basically pure Force.
Yeah, no, he does. He definitely has more potential. I think Anakin and Luke have the most potential out of anybody in the entire Star Wars universe, Force-wise.
Yeah.
So I say Luke.
I would say Luke as well. Yeah, but I think it'd be Luke. I think it'd be Luke high diff though.
I think it'd be Luke like mid diff. I don't think it'd be super high, but he also would he'd have somewhat of a challenge, but I don't think it's anything crazy because, like you said, Nick, I mean the biggest feat we've seen so far is just that Star Destroyer feat, and also it's not like he was lifting up the Star Destroyer. The Star Destroyer was already coming down. All he did was slow it down, really.
Yeah. So
Luke, my boy.
Isn't it? I want to say I seen something where Luke was using the Force to control moons or some shit like that.
Let's see.
No?
Legends Luke biggest feat.
Hold on. Let's do some research on stream real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Let's do some research. Legends Luke's biggest feats.
All right. Let's see. I'm just seeing. I'm not seeing Legends Luke anything.
Hold on.
All right. While you guys do your research, let's see. Do you think? Hold on. Wait a second. Okay. Do you think that Asta would solo the Fire Force verse?
So I'm on I'm on the Wikipedia. Some guy said Legends Luke stopped a black hole with the Force.
Yeah, I'm literally reading that right now as well. He said he harnessed a black hole.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Some guy also said that he wiped out an army with one Force push. He said that he became literally immovable. Force projects himself at a distance. He can walk on lava. He could run 2 kilometers in 2 minutes.
Damn, yeah, this boy Luke is OP.
All right, Legends Luke. I changed my answer.
That black hole thing is already enough, bro. Like,
I think the black hole thing kind of really like dictates it. To be honest with you, I don't think really that's the extent of Starkiller's power as well. Just him using the what's it called? I don't think that's really, that might be close to what he could do naturally, but I don't think that's the extent of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably do a little bit more. That's just what we've seen so far. But if we're just basing off of feats, what we've seen, then I mean, Legends Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think about? Let's see, just throwing one out here.
Asta versus Fire Force. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen Fire Force, but I would have to say probably Asta.
Asta and the Fire Force first.
Current Asta.
Yeah, he's definitely OP. I think he could solo the Fire Force verse.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think Fire Force is really on par with it. I think Fire Force is on par with maybe the JoJo verse.
Okay, hold on. Well, I'm gonna have to stop you there. Giorno alone can beat the entire Dragon Ball verse.
Yes, 100%. Even Dio.
Okay, Okay, hold on. We're throwing on. Okay, we're not talking about Dragon Ball, right?
We're talking about the guys on top of their respective verses. Those guys are on top. I think if Shinra went against some average stand user, I think he'd possibly beat him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably.
Well, I guess. Oh God.
One more before. How would you feel about Kaneki versus Guts?
Kaneki versus Guts?
Yeah.
Ooh. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kaneki clearly has, I would say, more power and more speed. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. But this man, Guts, is a straight up fucking monster.
Yes.
He's a villain. He's a menace. He's everything in between. No matter if you cut his dick off, his nipples, his hands, his arms, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This man will find you, and he will kill you.
Did you see that look in his eyes? He was chopping his arm off, just looking at this guy Griffith like, I'm about to take you out. You're mine.
Yeah, and I'm talking about base form Guts. I'm not even talking about the armor Guts, the berserk armor Guts. Like even in that point, he's even more of a fucking savage. Like this man, there's no stopping this man.
Yeah, if with the Berserk armor guts, I feel like he could be able to take Kaneki.
I agree. I think Guts wins.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm looking at a couple here. Have you guys seen? You guys, have you guys seen? You guys seen Seven Deadly Sins, right?
Yes.
What about? Where's he at? I just saw it right here. Bakugo versus Galea from Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh, I've never seen Seven Deadly Sins.
Remind me who that is again?
I'll put her up on screen.
Yeah.
All right. So I just pulled up a couple of something from the internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I think because she has she has similar abilities as well. She can kind of explode things. She uses her staff to kind of use build force fields and explode things as well. So
Rock Lee versus Speedo Sound.
Speedo Sound? Who is that from?
One Punch Man. Remember, he's that ninja that always tries to kill Saitama.
Oh, that's right. There's
Rock Lee versus Speedo Sound? No, Rock Lee easily.
Really?
Oh yeah, bro. Rock Lee has the gates, and I think even then, base Rock Lee is stronger than Speedo Sound.
Rock Lee, Drunken Fist.
Yeah,
OP.
no, I'm gonna be honest. The One Punch Man verse is weak as fuck. Other than unless your name is Garu or Saitama, they're all weak as fuck. I mean, also, what's your name? What the fuck is your name?
The green haired girl.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Starts with the T. Yeah.
Yeah, starts with the T. I can't remember.
Tatsukami or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not those three characters, I'm gonna be honest, their entire verse is weak.
I like Light Yagami versus Lelouch. I like that one. They both don't really have powers, but they're both very fucking smart.
Big brains. I mean, he does have the eyes. Lelouch does, but
yeah, that's right. Lelouch does have the eyes. He does have the eyes.
It works to a certain extent. It's not like this full. I don't know. But you could be like, oh, Light could write his name in the Death Note. They're both big brain characters.
Oh, 100% they're big brain characters. But okay, so I don't know, dude. I think Lelouch is smart enough to get by without Light knowing his name.
Yeah, I think he could too. That's the only advantage I'd see Lelouch having. Yeah. Because he has actual powers.
And not only that, but Lelouch has the eyes too. So what I'm thinking is that Lelouch has the eyes and controls Light to write his own name in the Death Note.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see it going down. To be honest with you, I think Lelouch takes this.
Yeah, he'd definitely win.
But I think it would be high diff though. Definitely high diff.
Yeah. This guy Lelouch should have to fucking put in work to find hella details about Light.
Oh yeah, 100%. Both of them would definitely need prep time.
Yeah, I have no say in this one.
You haven't seen Code Geass?
No, I haven't.
All right, just a little word to the viewers out there. If you have seen Death Note and you want something similar to that, please watch Code Geass. It is very similar to Death Note because the main character is such high IQ that he thinks of shit you wouldn't even think about. But it's also very similar to Attack on Titan because there are a lot of political shit in there that they use to progress the story. So I would highly fucking recommend to hop on Code Geass.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we
Alright.
got?
All right, I have one. All right.
Saitama, what the fuck is that?
What? Which one? Let me see.
All Might
The-
versus Saitama.
Oh, bro, that's easy. Don't even with that. What am I looking at?
All right, go ahead.
Uh,
This might be a good one.
Aaron Yeager versus
Aaron Yeager versus.
Oh yeah,
Aaron.
the only thing she has is being big, bro. Like Aaron has more than that.
I'd say Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron easily.
Okay.
And Aaron actually knows how to fight. He knows how to throw hands.
That's true. Who'd you have in mind, Mario?
All right.
Oh,
Listen up. Walter White versus Patrick Bateman.
wait, what?
Walter White versus Goku.
All right, no. I got a real good one. How about Ultra Instinct Shaggy versus Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life?
god damn.
Dude, that's just too much power. I think the
This
universe
might
would
be
crack.
this might be the matchup of the week. To be honest, with
They
you.
would break the whole entire fucking multiverse.
They
Dead ass though, it's like I don't know who would win because Shrek is already like he's omniversal level, and we already know Shaggy is like 2% of his power is omniversal level. We've never seen Shaggy at his peak power, so I'm not too sure, bro. Like this is actually insane.
Yes. They both might fucking destroy the whole fucking planet.
My little minuscule brain can't even comprehend the amount of power these omniversal people have.
Okay, so how I'm thinking about this is I think because Shrek, he has something to protect. He has a swamp to protect. Shaggy doesn't really have anything to protect. Okay, so I think the only thing that will make Shaggy go to his full lengths is if Shrek fucks with Scooby. If he
Or
fucks
the
with
Scooby snacks. Or his Scooby
Yes. Okay, if Shrek fucks with his food, oh, it's over, bro. Shaggy's going
Exactly.
OP, bro. He's going Ultra Instinct, bro. It's over. It's
He might
fucking
use
over.
100% of his power, bro.
Exactly.
might just
If
destroy reality.
Shaggy sees and like imagine Shrek accidentally kills Scooby and he's like he just dies.
I think, yeah, I think that's true. I think Shaggy wins.
Yeah, I'd give it to Shaggy.
Only because I'm gonna be honest with you, Shaggy at like 1 or 2% power is on par with like base level Shrek. But we all know 100% or like 1 or 2% of power of Shaggy. We already know is like full power full Ultra Instinct power Goku. So just imagine 100% of Shaggy, bro. It's over. Like, I'm sorry, I don't even think Manaka can beat Shaggy.
That'd be impossible.
To be honest, I think Shaggy might be the next coming of Jesus. To be honest with you,
He's definitely fucking.
Jesus has nothing on that guy, bro.
Exactly. So that's it. Shaggy OP's Jesus or fucking beats Jesus.
Yeah, Shaggy versus Jesus next week.
yeah, definitely.
Jesus has no feats though. I mean, what did he do? Walk on water?
Who?
I mean, Naruto can do that. No. Jesus, my boy Jesus has no feats.
Oh,
Like, what did he do? Walk on water?
Yeah, he really has no feats. I mean, yeah, walk on water. What else? He could turn bread into water into wine or some bullshit like that.
No feats, bro. Shaggy wins zero diff.
Exactly. We should pull up like a power scaling too, honestly, like a multiplier and shit. Because I think, yeah,
Jesus, power level. Oh, it actually came up. Okay, let's see. So, what's Jesus's power level? Let's see.
it's definitely over 9,000. We know that for sure.
Let's see.
No, hell no. It's under 9,000, definitely.
So some guy said, dude probably shits miracles and eats people's sins for breakfast. And you talking power levels lower than magic? God, he's a phase. Wait, what? Okay, let's see. There's no mention of Goku or Shaggy in here. That's crazy.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, we've all seen. Oh, good.
Dude, somebody said he has the power of the ultimate talk no jutsu. That's true. That's hella true, bro.
Shit.
He'll just say, all he'll say is repent for your sins, and then you'll just bow down.
Oh, bro, okay, so he essentially can control Shaggy with his words.
Yes, I honestly, if you're really being like a good 1v1, the Deep would solo Jesus.
Yeah, I think Deep would win.
Yes,
easily.
the Deep would fucking win.
Yeah, 100%. He would, bro. No, he would just give him the shrooms that he took. Bruh.
What the fuck? Hey, for real though, what if they okay, because total sidetrack. So you know how like Black Noir died, right? So
Yeah.
what if in the next season we see another like Black Noir is all covered up, and then it gets revealed that it's like a clone of the Deep?
Dude, that'd be fucking jokes.
That'd be so funny, bro.
That would
Yeah.
be fucking hilarious, bro. I would fucking start dying at that shit.
But I'm done, bro. Get these guys out of here. I don't want to talk to them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically done with this fucking episode. You guys have any final thoughts for the viewers at home?
Other than hit the subscribe button and like button, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens at Comic-Con. We're obviously gonna talk about it next week and all the announcements. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, they gargle my fucking ball sack.
So I just want to leave off on the note that so we're gonna be continue to stream only on YouTube now. We're gonna be done with Twitch basically. So it'll be a lot easier for those that come over here from TikTok. It's gonna be a lot easier. All you have to do is click the little YouTube button on our TikTok profile, and it brings you right here. So I'm gonna be posting on the story little thing that when we're going live, so you'll know when we're going live. It might not be all at the same time, but if there's a story up, we're gonna be live. So just go ahead and hit that YouTube button, and it should take you straight here. So yeah, I mean that's really all I gotta say. So I guess next week we'll see what we get from Comic-Con, what other kind of news we get next week, and I'm excited. So we'll see you guys all next week.